Ladies and gentlemen, what's going on? Welcome to episode 112 of the ItsObviousGaming podcast. I'm your host, Preston Pugh, and I'm joined by my two best friends, Garrett Drake.
Hello, Preston.
And Jacob Alka.
Hey, Preston, how you doing, man?
I'm doing good. How are you guys doing?
I'm doing better than you, I can tell you that much.
Why is that?
How can you say?
I don't know. I just get a feeling I am.
Okay.
Well,
what about you, Jacob?
Why are you in
Preston?
such a good mood?
I'm in a good mood all the time.
Well, you said you're better than Preston. I'm just trying to understand why you're in such a good mood.
I gotta admit, I'm not quite in a good mood when I'm in my art class at school. Okay. It's typically when my mood dwindles a bit, but I'm typically in a very positive mood. So
I just thought you had something exciting to be excited about.
Yeah, I think it's because I had Baja Blast with my Taco Bell today, and Preston had water. That's why I'm doing better than Preston.
That's a good point. Yeah,
wow.
I did point that out.
You got some for the road, though, didn't you?
Yeah. I hadn't had any water today, and I felt a little dehydrated, so I wanted to wet my whistle a little bit. Is that why
you have this giant Deer Park water bottle?
Yes.
That's why I, on the way to Taco Bell, every time we go and I meet you guys, I drink a water bottle on the way. To kind of wet the appetite. Wet your whistle, as you like to say, before consuming the deliciousness that is Taco Bell.
Absolutely.
Garrett, I really like this cup that I got from your house. It's a nice mug.
I use those quite often. You know what's annoying about this, though? If you have too much ice, for some reason, the ice always... Have you ever had this in a cup where your ice blocks the drink from getting into your mouth? That happens constantly in these.
Well, don't put too much ice. That's a lesson that you should learn.
I like a lot of ice, though.
I don't like ice.
That's the thing. Even if you put 2 cubes, they just manage to always like bunch up against the lip of it, and it ruins the experience.
Ice is just frustrating in a drink. Because if you have too much, it just smacks you in the face, and you're like, I just want water.
You got to be.
But if you don't have enough,
gentle.
then your drink doesn't stay cold.
That's true.
So you got to find that happy medium.
It's a constant battle with ice. It's a blessing and a curse.
Preston, I went to Zaxby's the other day, and you know how they always fill their cups with ice. I was like, I remember Preston telling me that their drinks are always cold. So I'm not going to get any ice, and I'm just going to get a full drink of soda.
Did I say this?
Yeah, you told me that.
I don't remember.
You talking about Zaxby's?
Because you said Jay did that.
Yeah.
So I was like, I'm going to do that. And
did you get a fountain drink?
I did. I got a Dr. Pepper, and it was a full cup at Zaxby's and no ice, and it was cold.
It was cold?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
It was fantastic.
I thought you were about to reverse it and say, it was warm, you bastard.
But this is the thing about Zaxby's. Their ice is so good. And it's perfect because it's so broken up that you can still get plenty of drink.
When you leave the restaurant and take it back to your work and eat, you barely have any drink to enjoy.
You can get like this much more drink.
Like I didn't eat inside.
Without any ice. So,
I mean, that much more isn't that significant. That's like a gulp.
No, it's not a gulp. The cup's like
when you're drinking out of a straw.
Look at that. That's half the damn drink.
Yeah, maybe you're
Especially
right.
if you're drinking out of a straw, that's a lot.
Yeah,
I love their ice though.
Yeah,
it's kind of like
if you're in the. I feel like if I'm in the restaurant, I have unlimited refills, fine. But if I want to get the most bang for my buck, I'm gonna get no ice.
All right, that makes sense.
I just want you to know that I took your advice.
Okay, well, I'm glad it worked out for you. I thought you were gonna say that it was warm or something, so I'm glad to hear that.
Yes,
guys, do you hear that?
Are you gonna do it? What was that, Preston?
I'm gonna do it one more time. It wasn't loud enough.
Okay. Oh, what is that bell I hear?
I think it's time for our weekly taco talk.
It's time for taco talk.
Guys, how's the
We're gonna have to do that every time now.
Make it like a game show intro.
Yeah.
My T-bell is great. I'm very full. I was way too full before I even started eating my meal.
Did you eat something this morning?
No.
Okay, that happens to me if I am not awake long enough to be hungry in the morning. So I got up and
that never happens to me, not being awake long enough to be hungry.
Yeah, like I'll wake up.
I'm always hungry.
No, sometimes I'll wake up in the morning, I'll be starving, which is kind of rare for me. It's almost like I have to have a certain kind of food in the morning if I've just woken up. I could wake up at 3 in the afternoon. If I've just woken up, I want breakfast food for some reason. Now, if I wake up around lunchtime, my brain immediately tells me breakfast food. But if I wait long enough, like an hour or two, I can eat Taco Bell. So I always make an effort to wake up in enough time on our Saturdays, or in this case Sunday, to enjoy the Taco Bell.
Okay. Well, this was uncharacteristic of me to not be hungry for T-Bell, but nonetheless I got food. And if you saw our last episode of Ask IOG, one of the questions brought up was about a Mexican pizza. So with that fresh in my brain from just recording that episode, I had to order a Mexican pizza this time, and I was very satisfied. Very tasty treat. And I should get those more often because I very much enjoy that.
I didn't get one. I forgot.
Okay. I smacked my nose in a mic. I didn't either.
Yeah, me and Jacob both
I
forgot.
said I was going to, and I completely forgot.
We are total hypocrites and liars, Jacob.
Yeah,
it's okay. Care. I'll hold y'all accountable next week.
I appreciate that.
To get one. But I got that in an old quesadilla with the sauce, I might add, and it was great. Then a potato soft taco, which is a favorite of mine that I don't get as much as I should.
Had potato soft tacos.
It's on the value menu.
Interesting.
Instead of meat, or their little fried potatoes, and they have a spicy sauce inside. It's very tasty.
Nice.
So,
have you tried the new potato Rito?
I have not.
Pretty
I actually
good.
saw that for the first time. You had one?
Yeah,
I had one as
I've
well.
had 3 of them now.
Holy crap, Jacob!
I've only had one.
I think they're good tacos.
How long
whatever
is it?
they are.
How long has it been there?
A week, right?
Yeah, not very long.
Have
It's
you
kind of
been
like
to Taco Bell 3 times?
Oh yeah,
Jeez.
2 times in the last 3 days.
Impressive. Whoa.
I went Friday night with my sister before you and I went to Battle and Brew, which we'll talk about. But we finally went to Battle and Brew.
Oh wow.
Yeah. But the potato Rito I had was good. It kind of reminded me of the double XL chalupa thing, whatever we have recently. I liked it, but I didn't love it. So
yeah.
Okay.
Those are some good potatoes in there. That nacho cheese, boy, I tell you, that's some good stuff.
Yeah, for sure.
I didn't have one today though.
I've been really hooked on the number 8 combo, which is the soft tacos. I've just been eating a lot of soft tacos from Taco Bell lately.
Yeah, you mentioned that.
It's a safe choice, and I like safe choices. So.
Okay.
I would argue that everything.
I thought you liked to live
Taco Bell is a
dangerously,
safe choice.
Jacob.
Well,
What's that
sometimes
all
I'm in a
about?
different mood. You gotta live and learn, right?
You got to live the dangerous life or leave it behind completely, Jacob. You got to choose your fate.
I can change it up.
You say
Don't
so.
tell me how to live my life.
Sorry, Jacob.
Well, you've had Taco Bell 3 times this week. I've had
That's
pizza 4 times this week.
Ooh,
Not due to my choice.
Did you say pizza?
once.
Yeah, pizza. For 4 times this week.
What kinds of pizza?
I had this place in Atlanta called Da Vinci's, and it was very mediocre. But one of my coworkers was hyping it up big time, so that might have.
Let me guess which one, Ryan.
No, you've never met this guy.
Okay.
No, his
It's like because Ryan hyped up Antico in Atlanta. He said it's way better than the one in Alpharetta, and I had the one in Atlanta, and not only was it not as good as the one in Alpharetta, but there's nothing special about it at all.
I don't know.
That's
I went to the one in. I've been to that one in Atlanta twice. I thought it was really good.
I mean, it was good. It was not at all bad, but I've had it in Alpharetta countless times, and it was just as good, if not better.
I hear. Well, due to me working late, we've just been ordering pizza at the job site because that's the only thing we can really get. So I've had way too much pizza. So I'm probably good for the next year. I feel like just the thought of eating pizza just makes me want to barf everywhere. I've had so much of it.
Pizza sounds great to me.
Too much.
Not right now, but I like pizza.
And then yesterday, Lizzie wanted some pizza for lunch, and I was like, okay,
Fine.
sure. So I had it again.
Where'd you get it?
We got it from Papa John's that time, which is great.
I had Papa John's earlier last week. It was like Thursday night or something.
Yeah, I've had Domino's twice, Papa John's, and then Da Vinci's.
Nice.
So my favorite out of those was probably Domino's.
Yeah, I've heard Domino's is really good recently.
like Domino's. It's good.
I gotta admit, I had Papa John's the other night. Normally, I love it, but I was not that blown away by it the last time I had it. I don't know why. So maybe I'll switch it up next time.
Yeah, I tried Domino's. It's good.
They don't deliver here.
Domino's? They used to.
I have one within walking distance of my house.
They have to deliver here because my dad orders Domino's all the time.
I guess they do then.
Yeah. Don't tell me how to live my life, Jacob.
I didn't tell you how to live your life.
Guys, that was
a joke.
Nice episode of Taco Talk. Episode. We can just splice that out and make it its own video, its own podcast. That right there.
For sure.
But besides the food, how's you guys' week?
What about you, Jacob?
It's good. Not much of an update since our Ask IOG, but we did go to Battle and Brew, which we should talk about now. I wasn't really I didn't know what to expect because I've never looked at their website or anything, but I looked at the menu and they had some good drink options, so that alone got someone like me excited because I like to drink. But
because you're an alcoholic.
Yes, of course. But I can honestly say that they had the best Manhattan that I've ever had.
Really?
In a restaurant, yeah.
Okay.
Or a bar. So I was blown away. It was very fruity. You couldn't really taste the whiskey at all.
Right,
which
right.
was pretty cool.
It's pretty cool.
Pretty cool, man. I also tried an old fashioned, which I think you had one as well.
I did. Also very fruity.
Yeah, it was good.
Isn't that just water and bourbon or something?
Yeah, it's just water.
Yeah.
It's just a glass of water.
Yeah,
It's an old-fashioned glass of water.
I'm for real, though.
They put it in an old-fashioned
Isn't it
glass.
bourbon and water, though?
No.
It's not?
It's like, well,
What am
ours
I
had
thinking of?
bourbon, it's like a lemon peel in it.
There's another fruit in there.
It was like a grape or something in there.
Oh, I'm thinking
I think
of
there might have been some
different.
rye.
Yeah. I mean, they vary a bit, but what we had was very
old-fashions are
fruity,
different depending where you
surprisingly.
go.
Ah.
It was a good drink, though. It had the classic 1 cube of ice in there, the one rock.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's what makes it stand out, is it's one giant ice cube.
Right. So we should describe our entrances into getting in there. So we arrive, and it's actually on a strip mall, which we weren't expecting. So obviously, when we roll up to this place, we're like,
yeah,
oh.
I was expecting it to be like its own establishment, like in a little cabin or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
Just like a typical bar is.
But we walk up, and we walk in, and there's, of course, you see the bar, and around the corner there are these 3 giant, not really giant, but circular hubs where all the PCs are. And I think there's
like PC towers, but there's circular, and there's probably like 6 or 7 PCs at each one.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, like probably like around that many chairs surrounding like this big hub of where PCs are, and it's cool because the towers are all kind of like stacked up on this big pole in the center, and there's like 3 hubs of PCs like that.
I can't imagine how much all that equipment costs.
Oh, I know. I bet it pays off though, because if you think about how many people come back there to pay to play all the time, but they also have multiple consoles set up all over the place. Like they had the Wii U for Mario Kart, but obviously we were like, hopefully they'll get Switches at some point. But they had Mario Kart set up on one, Smash Bros. There's so many things going on in there. Countless games, but all on PC. People were playing like Overwatch.
It's a lot of Overwatch, League
Player
of
Unknown's, League of Legends, Player Unknown's Battlegrounds.
I saw one guy playing Final Fantasy 14 next to me.
Yeah,
Nice.
Someone was playing Siege next to me and getting very pissed while he was playing. So and there's countless games on there, but we roll in and we're kind of trying to figure the place out and get a couple drinks. It's cool because you go up to this hub where you kind of reserve time to play games and you create a username. And I didn't realize this is kind of like a gamer profile there. Like the longer you play, the more like tiers you unlock and stuff. So we go sign up, and miraculously 2 PCs were available right next to each other to play at the same time. Like right when we signed up, like awesome. So we went to sit down, and I spent about 45 minutes trying to play any game whatsoever, and nothing worked, of course, because, when I touch technology, it malfunctions. So Jacob
sitting there playing. I tried a few different games.
Yeah, so Jacob's playing a couple different things, and he finally gets into Overwatch, and Blizzard, like, God bless their security, dude, because I tried to get into my own account for probably...
They're known for having good security.
Probably like 45 minutes I'm trying to get in. Not only did I try to get into my current one, it wouldn't let me. I tried to make a new one, wouldn't let me. I tried to sign into Battle and Brews account and wouldn't let me. And it's just malfunctioning. And I thought, is it me? Like, what have I done to make this happen? So eventually, I wasn't going to complain. I wasn't going to go tell them, like, oh, my computer's not working. So I wasn't that worried about it. Mm-hmm. But finally, I was like, well, we came all the way over here. I might as well try to fix something. So I go tell them, like, oh, that's totally normal. We're actually, the new software we're running for all the games is in beta, and we're like the first people to test it, and it literally malfunctions every single night, and we have to fix it for someone. So my whole computer was like corrupted essentially. So I moved to a different one, and it's funny because there was a miscommunication between 2 employees that were helping me at once, and one employee gave me 5 free hours of gaming, and then another one gave me 10. So I ended up with 15 free hours of gaming that I can use whenever I go back.
Holy crap.
So I eventually got into Overwatch, and I can proudly say that on PC and Overwatch, I won my very first 1-on-1 match. So that was pretty cool. And playing very precision-based characters.
Match.
Yeah, there's a 1-on-1 mode in Overwatch and Arcade. Oh. But a lot of precision characters too, like Tracer, Genji, Hanzo, and I was victorious. It was quite satisfying, but it felt really good on PC too. Definitely a little foreign, but I mean, I'm not totally unfamiliar with shooters on PC, but it felt good to play it there, and hopefully eventually, like you two will be in the near future, especially Jacob playing on PC, on at least in Overwatch. So It was a lot of fun. It was a cool place, and I could definitely tell that if we went back, especially with friends, it'd be a good time.
I would like to come with you guys. So
it's a cool place.
Let me know when you are going. I'll see if I can go.
We will. I'll let you know in advance, because it was a last minute thing for us.
Go earlier in the night one night and just spend a good time there.
I agree. Yeah, good beverages.
Is there an age limit?
It's 18.
Okay.
Yeah, but it was funny though. It's cool too, because the guy next to me playing Siege just ordered like this big snack plate of like chicken nuggets and dipping sauces, and they just bring it to him, and he can just eat it while he's playing.
You're like dropping honey mustard all over the keyboard.
I think it'd be fun next time to hop on a console or something, because we just did the PCs, because like I was really excited about getting my PCs. So like, oh, PCs, I want to jump on the PCs. So that's what I did. I think you just kind of followed me. But
yeah, I wanted to do PC too, just because it's something different.
Yeah, well, I definitely wanted to check out the consoles, but I feel like I didn't want you to be out too late.
What games were accessible on the PC?
It varies per PC, but obviously we mentioned the ones that people were playing. But on ours, for example, we had Witcher 3, Fallout, the old school Doom, CSGO.
There's Player Unknown.
Yeah, I mean, there's like a crap ton of stuff on there.
Pretty much everything that's popular right now.
I'm assuming there's like some type of cloud save process where if you log back into your account, you can continue a game that you left off.
Well, you
Maybe?
can play on your personal Steam account. You can play on your Battle.net, or you can play on their accounts.
Okay,
which
I figure if you're like,
which is not personalized for you. It's just everyone using it.
If you like go to play The Witcher, then you get like 10 hours in.
Yeah.
Right.
Like, well, I have to start over.
Yeah.
Next time I come back.
So I think they said for
Witcher's run through Steam, so you can log into your personal account.
Okay.
for PCs it's $7 an hour, which isn't bad.
That's not bad.
You can actually pay.
That's the
I think
cheapest thing.
isn't it like all month? You can pay $25 for a full month.
Yeah, there's something like that.
So that's like a great deal.
Wow.
And then for I think it was like $200 for like 90, like a whole year or something.
Oh, was it?
It was something crazy like that, like $200 for a full year.
Huh.
But
For unlimited? I mean, that's still not bad. Especially if you like live around there. Like,
yeah, but $7 to just hop on Overwatch and PC for an hour, like that's not bad.
Yeah, it was cool.
But it was a fun time, and I look forward to going back, especially to play some Mario Kart or some Smash Bros or something.
Yeah, I think it'd be fun just to like get a couple hours, just play Smash Bros or anything on the Wii U. I think it'd be fun.
Definitely.
Or just any console game. I'm not sure if there's like if all the consoles are at every TV or if it's just certain ones, but it was cool.
Yeah, we literally battled and enjoyed a brew.
Yep.
So it was fun.
Nice. Very
Indeed.
cool.
Yeah. What else do you guys do this week?
I worked.
Yeah.
I just worked a lot.
Yeah.
I worked from home. That was cool, I guess.
Nice.
I teamed up with a student that I'm buddies with from school to shoot a music video yesterday for a band. It was in a pretty dank cabin in the woods. Not a cabin, it was a barn.
Like dank is in cool?
It was dank. It was cool, but it was also literally dank.
Danky?
Yeah, but it was worn down. It had apparently been there, according to the guy's mother, whose grandfather previously owned the barn. It had been there for just generations. Like, it'd been there for so long and full of, like, all kinds of weird garbage, like roller skates and old binders from school. So kids have been coming here probably doing the drugs for generations, but it was worn down, infested with spiders. But it was a fun little experience, I guess, just something out of the norm, just go shoot a music video versus like a YouTube video. So that was fun. It's the only other out of the ordinary thing I did this week.
What'd you film with?
It was a Canon 5D. I wasn't very fan. It was his camera. So it was fun.
Cool.
But yeah.
Nice. I worked and I played about 2 hours of Final Fantasy 14. I got through another dungeon that is required of me to advance the story, and that was a really fun dungeon. The tank that was rolling with us was very bad, and I felt very bad for him because the healer was just chewing him out the entire time. So I was very embarrassed for him, but we stuck together and we got through it. And I think the healer was like, I hope I never see you again, and then like left the instance. It's like,
I hope I never see you again.
Yeah, just for that, at the end of a dungeon or something, you can give accommodation to one of your teammates. I'm not exactly sure what you do with them, but you like accumulate points if people like give it to you. So I gave it to the tank just to say good job. So
nice.
That happened. I'm still going on in that game. I still really, really, really like the game. I've surpassed my previous character. I'm level 42. I am the Dragoon class now. I've advanced enough in the Lancer's plotline to get this soul thing that like advances your job up to the next class. Like for the tank, you advance like the Paladin, and it unlocks more skills for you to do. So I have like these cool skills where I can like do backflips or like do these ground spikes or stuff that's a part of the Dragoon class that the Lancer can't do. So I'm still enjoying it thoroughly, and I continue to play it. I also played Super Hot VR, which I know I wasn't on the podcast last week, because I played it the day that it came out, and that was pretty much it. But I played it in one setting. I got home from work, had it downloaded already, which I always forget you can download things from your phone, or not literally to your phone, but you can activate a download on your phone, and it's ready when you get home, which that is so cool. I need to remember that that's a feature that you can do.
Yeah.
Very cool. So I did that, got home, logged into it, and I know you did a Let's Play, and I know you said in the Let's Play you freaking love it, and I freaking love it too. It is my favorite, one of my favorite PSVR games. It's either that or Resident Evil 7 because both are just so good. But in terms of just like a full-on like VR game with the Move controllers, it's hands down the best thing that I've played on PlayStation VR. You feel so cool. You feel like such a badass when you like are dodging bullets. You're like literally sprawled out on your floor and stuff, like ducking these bullets and stuff. It is so fun. I played it through in one setting and I was sweating just profusely. Like it was all in my face, like coming down my nose and stuff. So nasty. I had to give the old VR set a wipe down after my session. But there was a trophy for beating the game in one session.
Oh, really?
That I didn't even know about.
That's
so
cool.
I was surprised that I was happy that I stuck through it and got it. But really loved the game. I don't think I'm going to platinum it because it asks a lot of you. You have to like think there's one trophy where you have to beat the entire game from start to finish without dying one time.
That's very hard.
Yes.
I died countless times shooting that video.
Yeah. Especially towards the end, they get pretty ridiculously hard, but very satisfying once you beat it. My favorite parts of the game are, there's like segments you go through, like 4 or 5 segments, and if you get like to the last one and you die, you have to start over again. I just love starting over where you've like mastered the first stages and you're just like flying through them because you're like already holding out your hand, know like what's there. That is just so cool and satisfying. So love that game. Absolutely pick it up if you're looking for something to play on PlayStation VR. Like, you need this game. It is so fun. That I think is pretty much all I played. I didn't play any Switch. I didn't play anything else. Yeah, those are literally the only 2 things that I played this week.
Fun ones for sure.
So yeah, definitely fun, but pretty unfortunate that I didn't have any more time to dive into anything else this week. So hopefully coming up this August with Uncharted and Hellblade coming out, I'll have some time to actually dive into those.
Definitely. Now, you mentioned hopefully I'm diving into it today if it hasn't already ended, the Lawbreakers beta on PS4.
Oh, yeah, I did play that. I played a few matches on PS4. It's just open beta that you can download as of yesterday, Saturday. Anybody was able to download it and play it. Very, very fun. Very, very Overwatch inspired.
Yeah.
Like heroes
with personalities.
Skins, just looking at the loot and stuff was almost like a copy and paste of Overwatch. Definitely gave me those vibes. In terms of the gameplay, different than Overwatch. It's very there are these segments of the map that have no gravity.
Cheers to the weekend.
So it was interesting. You're pouring your water into your mug there.
Yeah,
I like this mug.
I'm glad you like it.
I like holding it like
You can take it home with you if you like.
No, I'm not going to do that.
Fine. It's the last time I offer you a gift, Jacob. Yeah, Preston will take it home.
Don't wash it. I've drank out of it.
Okay. So, Lawbreakers. There are portions of the map that have no gravity, and then there are portions that do have gravity. So you're like running through some hallways like a typical shooter, running, shooting, but you go through these bubbles and it's just everybody's flying around like everywhere. Super fast paced. It took me a little bit and like going through different characters to find a character that I could actually do something with at all. So I ended up landing on the Soldier 76 of the game. I forgot I think he's called the Enforcer, but he just had a assault rifle, pretty much like Soldier 76. His L1 ability was sprinting.
Of course.
R1 was just a grenade. I think it did something else, but I kind of forgot. And then his ultimate move was he could lock on, which is also a triangle. You could lock on to somebody and like shoot a barrage of missiles out. But
like Farah.
Pretty much, yeah, except it actually locks onto people. But yeah, I played a few matches and it was really fun. It's only $30.
I'm definitely picking it up.
Yeah, and it looks like the progression system is really cool. There's, loot boxes. I opened like 3 loot boxes.
Now, is it purely cosmetic like Overwatch as well?
Yeah.
Okay.
Except there's actual weapon skins.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, there's a lot of weapon skins, and it's based on like the same tier system for the most part as Overwatch, except the big final tier isn't called legendary. It's called like something different. Like,
can't call it exotic or legendary. Probably call it like mystic.
It's called something different, like
extraordinary,
kaboom or something. Like something weird. But
so is the only thing different about this game is just the gravity portions of maps?
I think it's more than that. You know, like the pace of the game is much faster.
It's very fast paced,
mhm.
like crazy fast.
And of course the gravity parts and characters have way different abilities. Like I know one of them has like I guess this is kind of like Widowmaker in a sense. One of them has like a grapple hook. You can like swing and
just
stuff.
like
Widowmaker, you know, she shoots it and just goes and straight. You can like use the physics of the character.
I mean,
with
I've
this
seen
grapple
the gameplay before.
There was a gunslinger. I could not figure him out. I wasn't really trying to though. He has 2 guns though that do different things, so you can like use the different pistols.
Isn't there one guy that runs around with a knife?
Yeah, the assassin.
Cool.
Well, what's cool is there's a law and then there's a breakers, 2 different teams.
Right.
And if you're the enforcer on law, you're a different character than if you're the enforcer on breakers.
Yeah.
So there's like 2 different types of every character.
Are they visually different too?
Yeah. Pretty like they're. I think one's like a female, one's a male, or one's different races or something. So they're definitely different.
What races are in the game?
What races?
Isn't there like a crocodile man or something? Or am I thinking
I don't
Quake?
think so. I think you're thinking of Suicide Squad.
Yeah. Speaking of which, I watched, pretty much how we used to watch them. Eric still does occasional movie commentary, and he shared a portion of the one they did for Suicide Squad.
Yeah.
Man.
Sure was funny.
Yeah, it was hilarious. I don't hate that movie, but he pointed out a few things that I didn't really pick up on the first time I saw it. I was like,
I certainly don't like that movie.
I don't hate it.
It was very whatever. When we left it, I went to see it with Lizzie, and she was like, she loved that movie.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, really? You loved it? I don't know about that. But anyway, yeah, Lawbreakers is cool. Well, as I told you at lunch, I don't think Jay was there, so I'll say it again. I had been for the past 2 weeks in my spare time researching PC stuff. I thought as my job involves computers somewhat, and I was thinking, you know what, I probably need to know how these freaking things work. So I started just going down the rabbit hole of just how PCs in general work, how different parts work together, etc., etc. And I've been, if you've listened to the podcast for any amount of time, you've probably heard at some point the story of me almost buying a PC like once or twice, and I just have always kind of held off on it. Well, Lawbreakers was the straw that broke the camel's back in terms of me pulling the trigger, because I thought playing the game on PS4, I just was like, this feels really like a PC game, and I want to play this on PC.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, what the hell? I'll just get a PC. So I got all my parts ordered. Should be getting them this week, and I'm very excited to dive into some PC games. I'm probably just going to be playing some first-person shooters on it. I'm still definitely not giving up my PlayStation by any means. I'm still probably going to be playing third-party games, still getting trophies and stuff. I'm still very much invested in that. But I want a PC just to try some stuff on. Like, I'll probably get, I think Battlefront 2 would be a game I'll get on PC, but I'm still going to play Wolfenstein on PlayStation. Just games I really want to get trophies on, I'll buy PlayStation. But also for Xbox exclusives, I'm probably just going to focus on the PC and stuff. But I've put together pieces to build not something that's like absolutely insane, but something that is going to be able to play games at 1080p with a 60 plus frame rate. So just something like a comparable PC that Definitely. I can upgrade, later on down the line if I want to. So yeah, I'll be getting that this week. I am excited to try some things. I know I've already made my first purchase on Steam, Black Desert Online. I'm very excited to finally play that game. For way cheaper than I thought it was, too. It was like $9.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
So I'm super pumped to hop into that. I really want to play Fallout 4 on PC, try some mods and stuff, and actually be able to run through the Commonwealth, like the middle of Boston, without there being any frame rate hiccups. Right. So I'd like to be able to do that. But I'm still trying to think of, I know PlayerUnknown Battlegrounds is like a really popular game right now, and I'll probably inevitably try that game out. But I'm still trying to find some game. Oh, yeah, and Overwatch, obviously. But I'm still trying to find some games that are really suitable for PC that would maybe.
I want to play Rainbow Six Siege on PC.
That's awesome.
Yeah, that's probably good as well. I don't know, anything. I don't really want to replay games that I've played unless they're like really cheap, just so I can see what they're like. Like, I thought initially, like, I'd like to play The Witcher on PC just to see what it's like, but I'm Witchered out.
Get The Witcher arrested.
Jacob booted up The Witcher on PC.
I never got into the game though. I just got to like the main screen.
Okay, but it's like still $40 on Steam. And I'm like, no, I'm not paying $40 just to see. I just would like to just see how it plays and what it looks like and stuff. So
I'm going to be honest. If it wasn't for Overwatch, I wouldn't have bought a PC. Like, that's pretty much why I'm getting a PC, just to play that game.
I got one also for work purposes because I'm doing some things in a program called Bluebeam, which is Bluebeam. It has to do with for wiring charts and schematics and stuff. You can make edits to it, and it's very CPU heavy, I believe. And on my laptop, it works, but it's a little laggy, so it'll definitely work better on this computer. And so there are some other, reasons that for me to get this besides just playing a few games. But
gotcha.
It's also nice. It's also another thing I already stated about the whole Xbox thing. My Xbox is pooping out, and I don't really want to play games on it anymore. So I thought,
I'm thinking about getting rid of mine.
I'm not going to get rid of it just because I like to have everything, but I will truly have everything now, like Switch, Xbox, PlayStation, PC. It's just I have a peace of mind because I had a peace of mind before getting having a PC. But it's cool to know that I can literally play any game, no matter what platform it's on. Like, I'm good. I can play whatever. So that's cool. Also to have a PC.
Yep.
Like I can play Quake now.
Yes.
So that's exciting.
I really want to play Quake.
Yeah,
I know you do.
So you guys will both have PCs. I will not. But I was telling you guys, thinking about pulling the old 1-2 punch with my parents, see if they want to team up and help me purchase an early Christmas gift.
Yeah, that'd be a good
you.
Christmas gift. I was gonna tell you,
dude,
that.
we could all hop on like Destiny 2 on PC. That'd be pretty sick.
I'm telling you, when Destiny comes out, it's gonna be hard to pull me away to play anything. So hopefully I get my fix like all through September, and then when October comes, I can.
Are you still gonna get it on PlayStation first?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna get it when it comes out for sure.
I'm probably just gonna stick. I'll play the beta on PC just to play it, but I'll probably stick with Destiny on PlayStation.
I just want to try it for the experience. Like I'm gonna get that in the beta, of course, but I don't know. I want to be able to play the game and be able to like type to chat.
I just farted. Sorry.
And,
was it you?
Yeah, that was me.
Okay. I always wanted to type to chat in Destiny because I feel like it's kind of like an MMO, so it needs that. So
yeah. But you have your headset in.
True, but
it's way faster.
You can't talk in the tower to people unless you're in a party.
Oh,
right.
I don't care about talking to people.
Yeah, I don't like talking.
Destiny's
I haven't
game,
said one word to anybody in Final Fantasy 14. I'm like going through all these dungeons with people, and I just don't say a word. People are waving at me. I just go on with my DPSing.
Yeah,
gotcha.
But yeah, I'm excited. If there are other games I'm missing out that are like essential to experience on PC, please let me know on the Discord channel.
Now's your chance to play WoW.
Yeah, dude, can't wait to get back into that.
I'm probably gonna play it.
But like I said, I'll reiterate, I'm still very much a PlayStation fanboy, and we'll be playing a lot of the stuff on that, especially this holiday season. So
totally
excellent.
So yes, sir.
Well, I played a little bit of Zelda this week. I made my way towards the region where the Hyrule Castle is. It's fested with those fucking walking guardian things that lock onto you and shoot the laser beams. Those are frustrating.
If you're a bitch.
So I was like trying to maneuver around them and get to the tower. And there's also one shooting you as you climb the tower, which is hilarious. I actually died once because two of them were locking on me and I was trying to climb the tower.
Oh no.
But then I started using my head and my brain. I was like, I should just hide and then wait for them to go away. Then I can climb the tower. So that's what I did. I'm basically just making my way towards the northwest right now.
I know exactly what tower you're talking about too. I enjoyed that one. It was fun to climb because you feel like you're about to die at any second.
Yeah. And like when you get to the ledges, they leave you alone and you wait for them to go away. But I'm making my way towards, I think you said, the Flying Guardian on the northwest.
Burrito Village.
Burrito.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's a joke.
All right. What's it really called?
Rito Village.
Rito.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
How about some Ritos?
That is a great portion of the game. Just that really felt like a survival game to me, is when I didn't have the Rito gear, traversing through the snowy mountains, like freezing to death.
Yeah, I don't have any.
Yeah.
They sell it in the store there, don't they?
Yeah. I was still making my way. I was like doing a giant circle around. So I was like going through this part, and I met this woman up in the mountains that teaches you, like, you go through courses, snowboarding on your shield, and like her entire purpose out there is to do stuff like that. And it was just really cool. I was looking for a safe haven, and I saw this cabin in the distance, and I like made my way over. And she's like, I'm snowboarding.
Is there anything I need before going into the snowy plain? Like, is there some cold gear that I can go buy somewhere?
You can get it in Rito Village.
But that's in the...
Or
it's
this
not
is also...
there.
Do you have a flame sword?
Not anymore.
Okay, if you got a flame sword or anything flame,
It would keep me warm.
Keeps you warm if you keep it on your back.
I did not know that. That's
Look
so
at that.
cool.
That's
awesome.
interesting.
Yeah, or you can make some potions or something.
That's very
See,
cool.
I have flame resistant potions, but not the cold ones.
Yeah, you can.
I don't know how to
some
make those.
cold ones. Find some. There are butterflies and.
You just gotta crack open a cold one.
Yeah. Or a
Crap
warm
open one.
You need to crack
Drinking
open
beer
a
does
warm
help
one.
keep you warm. That's a fact.
I heard Zach told me that drinking whiskey and bourbon keeps you warm because it can't
probably true, too.
freeze.
Yeah.
Did you know that?
No.
That whiskey and bourbon.
Oh, I know.
literally
Like
cannot freeze?
alcohol, I don't think can freeze.
That's
can it?
amazing to me. I just never knew that. I never learned that anywhere until
These
we're at
are the
lake.
things they need to teach us in school.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So that was a really awesome
Elliot
fact.
keeps
I
his
thought.
whiskey in freezers.
Nice.
Keep it cold.
It's very cool. I'm surprised the glass doesn't shatter. I guess because the liquid
Yeah.
doesn't freeze,
Glass
so it's
doesn't
fine.
shatter when it's below freezing.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, if it gets too cold, it probably does.
Yeah, because like if you put beer in the freezer, it'll explode. Same thing with like
Right.
soda and stuff.
Yeah.
If it's in a glass bottle.
Soda.
That's mostly because of
Soda.
the carbonation, right?
Yeah, I guess. I don't know.
If it gets too cold, it has to expand or something.
Something like that.
Man, we're like real scientists on this show.
We are.
today. Yeah.
The molecules expanding. Narito Village is my favorite area.
Yeah,
in
Rita
Breath of the Wild.
Great.
Yeah, I've been playing a little bit of that this week, and I also been playing a little bit of Kingdom Hearts 2.
I saw you on that. the
Yeah,
other day.
I just got through the tutorial. I was telling you, as much as I love Roxas as a character, I hate the tutorial in that game.
Me
It is
too.
so bad.
Even
I
as a
wish
kid,
in
I was so
this
confused. Like, what is
revisioning
this?
of the game or the update, there's like a little. It's like, do you want to go through this or do you
Mhm.
want to skip it? That would
Yeah.
have been really cool to add.
I agree. But I just got back control of Sora. I think I'm making my way to Magic Kingdom. Not Magic Kingdom, wherever Mickey, the castle is in that game.
Mm-hmm.
I think we're going there. Well, I haven't actually left Traverse Town yet, so I don't know what's coming
Yeah, I
next.
can't remember all of the beginning.
I'm about to take the train out of Traverse Town to go wherever I'm supposed to go next.
I don't remember crap in that game.
But
I only remember the tutorial. I remember Sora awakening and being too big for his clothes.
yeah, I'm definitely wearing the older clothes.
Yeah. So.
Well, the coolest thing
Is that why he changes clothes?
Uh-huh.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's cool.
It's cool seeing how, like, I just played the first one a couple months ago, and now seeing this one, like, how much better 2 is in terms of, like, the combat
Mhm.
and also, like, the characters themselves, they look better.
Do you run into Axel in the
So-
beginning too?
Yeah, in the
Okay.
tutorial you do, yeah.
Sora looks like the biggest goober of all time in the first game.
I know.
He does,
Like, he
man.
drives me crazy. He
Those
looks
big
so
yellow
much-
shoes.
He looks
bright
much
red
better.
shorts.
He
in
looks
the second
so
one, though.
much cooler in the second
And you get those
Mhm.
different, like, drive forms,
Yeah,
I think
yeah,
they're called.
yeah.
Ones where you got 2 keyblades, which is
Mhm.
awesome. But I'm excited to continue that. But I'm getting my PC soon, so I don't know how long it's going to take me to finish it. So I'm probably going to be hooked on Overwatch for a while. And Doofus just came out.
And Black Desert.
And Black Desert.
Yeah.
And all these different games I want to try. So
Yes.
I'm going to be all over the place probably this time next week when we talk. I'm excited to talk about it.
That's what's so exciting about you guys getting PCs. Hopefully, me in the near future, but it's just more conversation created around that. So more games to play as well, especially when you get into Black Desert. It's exciting.
And there are Steam achievements, so I can get some type of trophy.
There you
fix.
go.
I know. So the second I remembered that, I was going through the Black Desert page to buy it, and it was like Steam achievements. I was like, oh, yes, there's something I can work towards.
Nice.
So,
But that's
really
all I
good.
played this week.
I'm just gonna play all my PC games at Battle and Brew and rank up my high score there.
There you go.
Nice.
Yeah, I want to go back. It's a good place.
It's a fun place. I'm excited to go back. We'll let you know in advance, Preston.
Okay, thanks.
Yes. I played Fortnite on the stream Tuesday night, if I'm not mistaken. Fun game. I really enjoy
I
it.
see a lot of people playing that on my
It's very
friends list.
popular right now, yeah.
Yeah.
It's a lot of fun. I mean, I've explained it 1,000 times. I'm sure those of you that have looked into it have an idea.
So that
of
game's
what
been
it
in
is.
like early access for a very long time. I didn't know that.
I think early access officially started for the public like a week or 2 ago.
Oh, never mind. Then.
But
I remember this game was announced a long.
it was announced
ass
back in
time
like
ago.
2011, I think.
I remember getting a Game Informer with this on the cover
Mhm.
like a long time ago.
Yeah. So it's pretty cool. That was fun hanging out with. I think I was with Pace. I think maybe Dustin was there. I can't remember who all I played with, but I distinctly remember playing with Pace. Gave me a lot of tips and tricks. Appreciate it, Pace, because I had not had a whole lot of time to play it, and going back into it was quite the revelation. All the things you can do. But that's a fun one. I played Doom. Thursday night for the stream. That was fun. I hung out with.
You got that 666 update?
Yes.
How's the progression system? Is it cool? I know they give you the choice to completely start from scratch or start over but keep your gear or something like that.
Yeah, I mean, everyone starts over regardless, but if you're a veteran player, not only do you have like a pin next to your name that says you're like started from the beginning, but you also can choose to keep all the gear you already unlocked, which means some gear may take longer to upgrade if you choose to keep your old stuff, which I don't care about, so I just kept all my old stuff. But it is cool because you can see every shader, every piece of armor, every weapon. You can see exactly what you have to do to unlock each thing. Like, for example, to get a matte black skin for your weapons, all I have to get is 150 kills with a combat shotgun, which is cool.
Oh, that's easy.
Yeah, exactly. So,
can you shade your character?
Yes, it's
actually like Halo, pretty much.
It's very deeply customizable. Surprisingly,
you
in
can
that
like
game.
put worn or keep it clean. Like there's a slider for everything
For like scratches and dirt as well. So it's very in depth as far as the customization is concerned. But yeah, progression's cool. I love being able to see exactly how to unlock everything. Not that I'm too concerned about unlocking specific things, but it's cool to be able to see it. And the progression is also very exciting because it really gauges how well you're performing each match. For example, there's a bronze level. You know, if you've done the challenge mode for campaign where there's the medals like bronze, silver, and gold, that same system is now in multiplayer. So while you're playing, if you get a certain amount of kills or points accumulated, it'll say you've reached the bronze rank, and that little bronze, what are those little ball demons called again?
Oh, I forgot.
I can't remember, but the bronze will come up, and then if you keep throwing, silver will come up, and then gold, which is pretty cool. And same thing at the end of the match where it shows the top 3 players and everything, but that game is just so much fun. I love it. And I even played when I was editing AskIOG, because, you know, when we do it online, it takes a lifetime to render because the 2 files for some reason. So while that was rendering,
at least since I wasn't on the entire time, it took way less time for me to upload it. So
yeah, it was. It definitely took a while still, but it literally half the time it usually takes. But that was good. So while that was rendering, I played a crap ton of Doom just by myself, and it was so much fun.
Nice.
What's a weapon I've gotten a kick out? Oh yeah, I'm back to the static rifle now, dude.
Yeah,
that thing is just everything.
It's great.
It's so good. That and there's one other gun I was trying out. I can't remember what it was, but yeah, I'm back on a static rifle kick like we were in the beta. That and super shotgun, it's over, man. So it's a lot of fun. Love that game.
Hell yeah, dude. Get it? Hell yeah.
I get it. Yeah. Absolutely. But that's all I played this week. It's just those 2 streams and a little bit by myself Friday night or whatever night it was, Thursday morning.
Excellent.
Thursday night. Good times.
Absolutely. Well, guys, you ready to get into it?
Let's do it.
Great. This is the It's Obvious Gaming podcast, the show where my 2 best friends and I get together every single week to discuss video games, obviously. You can find all of our content, including the video version of this podcast, over at youtube.com/ItsObviousGaming. If YouTube isn't good for you or you'd like to take us on the go, you can find this podcast weekly on pretty much every podcasting service: Audio Boom, iTunes, Google Play, Spotify, etc. Please check the description down below for links to our social media pages, our PlayStation community, and Discord channel, and also timestamps for if you want to skip throughout this episode to certain topics. Also, if you haven't subscribed to the channel, please do so. It helps us out tremendously. And also like and comment down below to get involved with the It's Obvious community. And also subscribe to us on iTunes, please. Leave us a review if you would, even if you don't listen to us on there. It helps us out tremendously. We really want to get some, what's the word I'm looking for? We want to gain some traction on iTunes. We want to become something on there. We'd like to become on the
reviews in quite a while.
Okay, we'll get on that, guys. We would really appreciate it.
We would.
Speaking of iTunes, I showed you guys our analytics from the last 7 days on our RSS feed, which I rarely check, but iTunes, ironically enough, in the last 7 days has vastly been more populated than Spotify and everything else, which surprised me because it seems like most people talk about Spotify.
Yeah.
But iTunes was significantly more, and it's interesting to see if you're on Audio Boom, and if any of you have podcasts filtered through Audio Boom or your RSS feed goes through, it can show you exactly where everyone's listening from. And it's cool to see all the different cities and countries from around the world where people are tuning in. And
do you guys subscribe on iTunes?
What do you mean?
I actually have
to the podcast.
I should probably do that.
To our podcast?
Yeah.
No.
You both should. That's 2 more
we
people.
get 2 free reviews. And
I guess you're right.
Don't have to
I'm not going to review us, but
yeah,
I'll
these
review
guys
it.
suck.
I subscribe just for the fact that I'm getting the download on our feed.
Interesting. Yeah, we might as well.
Yeah.
Our biggest city consistently every single week is always San Francisco.
Whoa.
Yeah, by a landslide too, which is funny. I think we have almost 200 people a week tuning in from San Francisco, which is wild.
Atlanta was pretty high.
Atlanta?
Yeah. I'm pretty sure.
Maybe I skimmed over Atlanta. I didn't see Atlanta.
I'm pretty sure I saw Atlanta. Maybe I'm thinking of something completely different.
And I was going to say, since I haven't heard anyone on our Discord or in the YouTube comments say they're from San Francisco. But if you are from San Francisco, I'm going to be there for 3 days. If you're listening on Monday, I'm here today through Thursday morning, and I actually have a decent amount of free time in the evenings because I'm probably just going to explore a bit and find.
You're purely going here because we have the most listeners, and you're just
right. I'm coming to see you guys. Yeah. No, it's a business trip, but I'll be there. So if you guys want to go eat somewhere, if you know a good place where I'm going to be, if you want to meet up and get some grub, I'm down for that. So let me know on either Discord or Twitter or something, because I'll be there and it'd be fun to hang out with you guys. But yeah, I just thought it was interesting how San Francisco is the most popular city.
Awesome. So, well, with all that out of the way, hey man, what's the news?
Gentlemen, the PSN 5.0 update is in our very near future, and with that comes the traditional rumor that we can change our PSN names. Will it be true this time? We don't know.
Probably not.
Probably not, but let's say for fun, we typically do this when this rumor recycles again. Mm-hmm. What would you change your name to?
Why would we
if you could?
Because then someone will take it.
What do you mean someone's going to take it?
We're so popular that someone's going to take our name.
So popular, right?
Just for that risk alone, I don't want to say it.
I will be Ass Clappington 69.
Ass Clappington. What if it doesn't let you?
That's what I was going to do.
Oh shit. Huh?
What if you can't use the word?
I'll
ass?
spell it differently.
Right.
With money signs.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that works.
the at and then money signs.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Yeah, that's good. What about you, Jacob?
I'm not saying.
I could go into my backlog of names. I could be Harold Bucksworth or Donald Doohickey.
I like that one.
I love Donald Doohickey.
I have to be John Pooba. That's who I am.
I feel like I'm stuck with Alistair Shaft as well.
That is my Batman to Bruce Wayne.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Pooba Jones.
Yeah.
It's a great name.
That would definitely change mine. I'm not for sure.
I still wish you do Jacob Angus Stanky Rangus. That's the greatest name I've ever heard in my life. I love that.
Insulting.
Why don't you go back to Richard Dringle?
That's stupid.
You don't like Richard Dringle?
No.
How about just your name, Jacob?
I'm sure that's not taken.
Yeah, definitely
that's
not.
What I would do.
You got to be envious of the people whose names is just.
Let me
their
ask
first name.
you, Jacob, since you probably know about this more than I do. Your Steam ID, is that like your gamer tag?
I think so.
Oh shit! Well, that's not good.
What's your Steam ID?
It's like Preston Pew 1. It's like.
Can you change it?
I hope so. Because that's pretty dumb.
My Battle.net is like Jacob Alka. That's it.
I think my Battle.net is
mine's Moopy Mungo.
Bulgriff Bulgriff.
That's it. Bulgriff.
From like old gamer poop video.
Yeah. Moopy Mungo's not too bad.
I like that.
So. I don't know what I changed my name to.
What could the PlayStation 5.0? Because I googled it like a while ago and I couldn't find anything.
There's a couple of requests that have been floating around for a while that I was just researching. Obviously, the previous one, a lot of requests were certain notification updates and a couple other things that were tweaked. I can't remember everything they changed, but a couple menu differences they made as far as organization goes. But apparently, PS1 Classics has been heavily requested for a while. That may or may not show up. Mm-hmm. Trophy support for said games on PS1 and PS2. So that'd be kind of cool.
Yeah.
Dude, if there's any PS2 game I could play, it'd be Spider-Man 2, the movie game. That would be awesome. PS1 Classics, I want to play that X Games skateboarding game again because I keep talking about it because of the Linkin Park song. That'd be cool.
I want...
Jedi Power Battles.
Yeah, I want the original Splinter Cell trilogy with trophy support.
That would be right.
I know there was
really
an
cool.
HD version on PS3 of those 3 games with trophy support, but I want on PS4. So
that'd be a really good excuse for me to play through all those.
That's what's also really cool about PC now is that you can like go back to these old games and not have to worry about like, oh, I have to bring this console out or blah blah blah. So it's also exciting.
Yes, it is, Preston.
Yes,
I second the notion. It's probably the first conversation I'm gonna have with my parents post podcast. Hey,
guys, do you realize how many games I could play if I had a PC?
Can we split a paycheck?
I could get so much
gift?
Productivity done.
I mean, arguably speaking,
I wish you could.
The occupation I'm pursuing makes sense for me to have a PC anyway because there's countless things I can't review because I don't have a PC. So.
Dude, the amount of money you spend on your Mac, you could have like
the most
ungodly piece or ungodly, the most godly piece.
Are you comfortable with saying how much you spent on that?
Yeah, I mean it was $3,800. So,
what?
Yeah.
That
computer, Jacob,
and on a laptop.
That thing is a monster, man. It has never failed me. It literally can do anything.
You could play The Witcher 3 in like real life graphics.
I know. Yeah. That's what's.
You could get like one of the best Origin PCs.
I know. And don't get me wrong, that thing was worth every penny because it has been an absolute workhorse.
Oh yeah, and in terms of your music stuff, like yeah, absolutely.
Literally everything I've used it for, I use it daily.
It's still running strong.
Oh yeah, it's never hiccuped once. So.
See, my Mac, I shouldn't have bought my Mac. I should have purely invested in a desktop back a long time ago. I get some use out of my Mac, like at work right now, like I'm taking it and I'm doing things on it, but I could live without it. So
Macs are way too expensive.
Here are two massive regrets I have when I was making enough money to afford cool things. One, not taking advantage of getting plenty of tattoos that I could have wanted at the time. And secondly, buying a really badass PC. I blew both those opportunities. And possibly I'll blow you next, Jacob.
Whoa.
Will you regret that too?
No, I would not regret that in the slightest. Be a great afternoon. It'd be a great Sunday afternoon, Jacob.
Sunday?
Perhaps we can get some tea afterwards. But yeah, there's two regrets in my life. But, yeah, hopefully I'll join you guys in the PC world soon.
Ecosystem.
Yeah,
We'll be waiting for you.
I'll get there and like coming through the gates and you guys are like waving me in. There's like flowers and daisies and all the other PC people are like, welcome home.
No, in reality, it'll just be a bunch of people like too busy to focus on you. They'll just be like, shut the fuck up. I'm trying to play a game here. That'll be what PC heaven is.
It sounds like
but
a dark place.
Yeah, it is. But you're still welcome.
Thanks, man.
Just no one's going to give you a welcome.
I mean, arguably speaking, I've been on PC in the past, but it'd be like coming home in a way because I played a lot of PC as a kid, but moved on very
You've
swiftly
always been
from
a
that.
console man.
Oh, of course, at heart, definitely.
I'll still be a console man.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not gonna forget my my roots.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Can't play Spider-Man on that PC.
No, you cannot.
It's for damn sure.
So excited.
Yeah.
Also, the PS Plus free games ROG has been listed, boys. A lot of dandy ones. Here we go. First one is Just Cause 3 on PS4.
Wow.
I have it over there. Just kidding. I sold it recently.
I don't even think it being free will get me to play it.
That's so funny because when I watched that game in action, I'm like, that looks so freaking fun. And even we did a very brief Let's Play for it when it came out. I'm like, oh, this is really cool. Never touched it again. I have no idea why. I'll never forget, though, in that Let's Play when our lamp fell over and it scared us to death.
Yeah.
So
good times.
It's a great PlayStation Plus game, though.
Yeah, definitely for free. It's awesome.
These past 2 months or 3 months have been great.
I'm actually getting a big AAA. Well, it's not a big AAA game, but
I'd say it's a big AAA game.
I wouldn't say it's that big.
It's pretty big.
I mean, some people.
It was one of Square. It's one of Square Enix's big titles they were pushing.
Oh yeah, they did make it. For some reason, I thought it was an Ubisoft game, but it's not.
Yeah. I mean, I'm pretty sure this has a pretty decent following on, in some regard. I know there's like a multiplayer mod or something that's very popular on Steam.
Oh really?
It's just one of those games where you can just spend hours just doing ridiculous things. Yeah.
I saw this one hilarious video where this guy tied a person like an X, like with the arms out and legs out, and put these rockets all up on their butt and gooch area, and just lit them off. And they went like flying into space. It was so funny.
Yeah, stuff like that, Jacob.
Yeah, tons of fun stuff.
That is not mine.
Then it's mine.
That is yours, Jacob. I mean, Preston. Yes,
I'll drink it. Thank you.
Yeah, Jacob. Do you need a fresh one? You have just a sip left here.
I'll be fine.
I guess a few sips, considering what's left in your mug.
I'll be fine.
Assassin's Creed Freedom Cry is the DLC from Black Flag.
Never finished it.
The game or the DLC?
The DLC.
Okay, yeah, I never finished it either. I did play it a bit. I liked the blunderbuss. I think it's what he was carrying.
Yes.
What's that character's name again? He was like your co-captain.
Adewale.
That's right.
Yeah.
And he just hung out with you on your ship. He kind of like directed where you were going all the time. Awesome character. I like that.
I know you keep saying you want to get back to Black Flag. Maybe this would be cool for you to dabble in for a little
I
bit.
played the DLC on Xbox.
I don't really care about the DLC that much.
Okay.
I mean, I played half of it and it was cool. It just wasn't different enough for me to really get into finishing it at the time. But if I lose everything I'm pursuing at some point in life, I'll go back to AC4 and just
be a good reason
do the
for you to go
multiplayer.
back
If your life is just over, you'll go back to
if you want to go get the platinum, you could do that, then jump into that.
I guess.
For free.
It is cool that it's free, as all these are. Super Motherload on PS3.
Whoa.
One of my favorites, man. I love that game.
Why don't you tell us about it?
I have no clue what it is.
Sounds like some asymmetric like shooter in space.
It could be.
Asymmetric.
Asymmetric.
Snakeball on PS3.
Oh, Snakeball's a classic.
Snakeball, yes.
Never heard of it.
There's a little balled up snake in Zach's backyard, or Zach's parents' backyard when we were there. His dad killed 2 copperheads in a matter of like 10 minutes with a machete.
Hell yeah.
It's pretty bad. And then he burnt them alive in the fire pit they had.
He did.
That's pretty gnarly.
It's a warning to other snakes not to trespass. Yeah.
You could smell the snake in the air.
Yeah, it was a pretty good smell, man. Nothing like some searing snake in the evening.
You've eaten snake.
Have I had a bite of snake before?
Yeah.
Where?
Well,
What does he know and you don't?
Big game dinner you went to?
I don't recall actually tasting the snake.
I thought you did.
I had some frog legs.
Did you smell it? Like, get a little sniff.
I've had rattlesnake. It's very, very tough, chewy.
I'm not into that, man. I'm not going to put a snake in my mouth.
So is it true if you rattle the end of the tail, it makes a sound?
I believe that is true. Yes.
Are there little balls in there?
Yes.
Is that where its testicles are, Preston?
Yeah. Yeah. Every time they shake their tail, their nuts are just being thrown everywhere. Yeah.
Sounds a
It's
little
their mating
uncomfortable.
call.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
Never forget the eating of snakes in Indiana Jones and the Temple of Doom.
The eating of snakes?
You know, those people eat the snakes.
I am going to be honest with you, Garrett. Never seen an Indiana Jones movie.
None of them?
Besides
None of
Crystal
them.
Skull.
Oh my God. You haven't even seen all the original Star Wars trilogy.
No.
Holy crap.
Yeah.
That's
You need
amazing.
to go back and watch some old movies.
Yeah.
I would watch all those with you. I'd come over to your house if you'd let me get some T-Bell and watch some films.
Sure.
That would be fun.
Just on a day where we have nothing going on. Sorry, you don't like me grazing you with the
Shoot.
notes.
It's okay.
Get out of here.
I like that noise.
Can we continue the show?
Yeah, sorry,
Jeez.
Jacob. Downwell on PS Vita. I hear that's great.
Yeah.
Cross-buy with
Heard that.
PS4.
Cool.
Mm.
And level 22 on PS Vita.
Great.
I'm level 23, so I can't play it.
Oh, that sucks.
You guys ever get bored in middle school where you'd pretend like it was an RPG with your friends?
Never.
We'd make the stupidest jokes like I have level 42 chair sitting, and we'd sit down in a chair and like certain chairs and stuff because we were a certain level.
Yeah.
I'd say
No.
I'm like level 62 something like pencil writing.
I wasn't that much of a loser as a kid.
Purely because we were super bored. It was in my private school I went to. So the one where my own mother sent me to the principal's office. Good times.
Wow.
Yeah. Guys, according to a quote from a job listing from CD Projekt Red, Cyberpunk 2077 is going to have destructible environments. Here's the actual quote from the studio themselves. It says, CD Projekt Red is currently looking for talented artists to join our environment art team in Warsaw to work on Cyberpunk 2077. The environment artists will create a wide range of photorealistic environments and futuristic settings, covering also physicalized objects and destruction models.
Physicalized.
Yeah, physicalized. Never used that word before in my life.
I didn't know that
It's
was
the first
a word.
time for everything. I've used it twice today. So, destructible environments in these photorealistic, futuristic worlds. That sounds very exciting.
Sounds
Imagine-
like this is a game that I need to play on PC.
Shooting some sort of laser gun in
Don't become into one of
in a
these
futuristic
PC guys,
wall
Jacob. You're
busting
just
down.
think like- pissing me
playing this
off.
game on PC though.
No, I'm playing this on PlayStation.
There's Steam
PS4 Pro,
versions.
man.
Yeah, PS4 Pro, dude. 4K gaming.
You think
Hell
this will
yeah.
come out on the Pro, or will it be next generation?
I don't know.
It'd be cool if like something like that.
If they're
launched on
just
the
now
PS5.
talking about creating photorealistic, destructible environments, you got to think this is even. I mean, we know it's far out, but even further out than I was actually.
I don't think
thinking.
it'll come out in 2019. I think it'll be after
It's
that.
definitely a ways off for sure.
Especially if they're just now posting about
And it
this.
might come out in 2077 for all we know.
It could at this point. You're right.
Ha.
It'd
might be
kinda
a,
cool
might
if
be
it
a
did.
present day game at that time.
Mm-hmm.
Ha. Good one.
Thanks, guys.
I didn't say a good one. I didn't approve of that.
Thanks, Preston.
No problem.
That sounds really cool to me, though.
Thanks, Gary.
It
I'm
does.
so excited about that. I'm
I
going
am
to be
excited
excited
too.
about it until it comes out, and then I'll be very
I hope-
excited.
In these destructible environments, in an open world like this, what I'm assuming this is going to be, the things that you destroy stay destroyed.
Oh, absolutely. That's what I hope for.
Yeah.
One of my favorite little tiny things about any Bethesda RPG is that, or Bethesda game studios, I should say,
Mm-hmm.
and like Elder Scrolls and Fallout, is when you kill someone, their body will stay there for a long time.
Mm-hmm.
Like not forever, but for a very long
Forever.
time. Like for example, if you slaughter a town of people, which is one of my favorite pastimes in Fallout, of course,
Favorite
in Skyrim, you can come back an hour later and they're still laying there.
Yeah.
So I feel like, man, I really killed these people. Not that
Wow.
I really get off to this. I'm just saying, like, I'm impressed because it just kind of immerses you a bit more, whether it's a bad guy you kill or like an innocent bystander.
It's nothing like stabbing a man in the heart and taking all his belongings.
Yeah. But when you kill someone in any video game, it annoys me. You can see them disappear. Another pet peeve of mine is when you shoot someone, there's like a blood splatter and the blood splatter fades away.
Mm-hmm.
It just takes me out of the immersiveness of the video game.
Yeah.
But that's one thing I've appreciated. Is it'd be cool to bust down a wall or destroy like a street corner or something, and it kind of remained that way for a while.
Or you see like construction guys building it back.
That'd be awesome.
Then like the second they like wipe their hands, like finally, you just like blow it up again.
Yeah, I told you I think I mentioned this a long time ago on the podcast. One of the greatest things I appreciated about Watch Dogs, even though that wasn't the most exciting of games at the time, it was impressive and did feel next gen in the very small moments where this is an actual experience I witnessed in Watch Dogs. This is what I take away from the original Watch Dogs. I don't really think of anything else but this when I think about that game. When I was walking down the street and all of a sudden to my left I hear like a car crash, and I look over and someone had rear-ended someone in traffic, and they both get out of their cars and start arguing about what had just happened. They're like, what the hell, why are you going so fast, what were you doing? They're like, it was an accident, I'm sorry. And they were arguing, and then minutes later an ambulance pulled up to like see if anyone needed help, like sirens going off. They show up, they get out, and they kind of talk, and like cops come and everything, deal with the situation. And I watched this all unfold in Watch Dogs, and I was amazed that I didn't hear anyone else talk about having an experience like this in the game, because that blew my mind at the time, how real it felt. And of course after that they kind of just stopped talking and like awkwardly get back in their cars and try to like correct themselves, and then it's weird again. But that brief moment where it looked like that actual encounter was unscripted and playing out was so cool. So yeah, and then I stole people's money with my cell phone around me and walked away.
Cool.
Yeah, hopefully we get a lot of moments like that going forward in these immersive open world games.
I would like to think so.
Me too. So courtesy of Reese Puggett's Chew of Nerd Much, we got new information regarding the next Battlefield and the next Star Wars game from Visceral.
I'm going to play those on my PC.
Don't be one of those guys, Preston. He says in a recent earnings call, EA revealed that the next Battlefield game after Battlefield 1 will be released in 2018, and the next Star Wars game will come from Visceral in 2019. So let's speculate for a moment here. We were kind of talking about this before we started the podcast. Battlefield 1 is a smash success for DICE and EA, it seems. I love that game. I still have a ton of fun with it. Don't play it as often as I did when it first launched, but when I do go back to it, I have an absolute blast. So I'm, of course, looking forward to the next Battlefield. Of course, that's also coming very soon after Battlefield 1. So it's got to be a situation where they went from Battlefield 4 to Hardline, where it's kind of like, oh, same gameplay, just a new skin over it, just to put something out the next year. So what do you think it's going to be? Do you think we're going to get an expansion of Battlefield 1, or not expansion, but like a continuation of that? Do you think we'll get World War II already? Do you think they want to really like, oh, Battlefield 1 is so successful now that Call of Duty World War II is coming out, let's push the next Battlefield out as quickly as possible, take essentially the exact same gameplay we have, but just put a World War II skin over it? Do you think we're going to get that? What do you think?
I don't know what they're doing, if I'm being honest.
Maybe it'll be a sequel to Hardline, man.
Yeah, maybe. I would like World War II. I never played the first Battlefields that were World War II, like 1942. I never really played those before. So I think it'd be cool to see Battlefield's take on like a kind of like how Call of Duty World War II is doing those multiplayer matches where it's almost like a mission. I'd like to see Battlefield's take on like a Normandy mission or something in a multiplayer setting. I don't know if they've done that before. So forgive me if they've already done this, but that sounds interesting to me. I don't know a lot about World War I, so I don't know like what else they could do.
So they pretty much covered all their bases.
Yeah, and especially with the expansions and stuff, it seems like they're kind of...
That's probably won't happen, but since Call of Duty World War II is the European... what's it called?
Theater.
Yeah. What if they did the Pacific Theater?
I believe
Battlefield.
That'd be actually really cool.
I could be wrong though, but I remember. Okay, I technically did play 1942 for like 5 seconds on Xbox 360, and it was Japanese versus Americans.
Was it
on the one thing I played? So I don't know if
because I just remember a desert map from that game.
It might have contained everything, like not just the European and Pacific, because it was purely a multiplayer game, if I'm not mistaken. So I'm sure they just did everything in that.
Fun fact, I played Battlefield 1942 on PC.
Okay.
See, deep down,
don't be one of those guys,
man.
I can look that up really quick. Where the only Battlefields I can remember is I remember Battlefield 2, people talking about it a long time.
I could see them,
and that was a modern
really
game.
Capitalizing off of the success of Battlefield 1 and the competition of Call of Duty World War II going into next year, them literally taking what works for them in Battlefield 1, which is practically everything. I know not everyone loved the vignette stories, but I was actually, although I didn't finish them, what I did play, I enjoyed. So I could see them saying, how quickly they could have a turnaround of everything that we did in Battlefield 1, just putting World War II over it. Vignette stories, same style of multiplayer, like that scale and feel, just with World War II weapons and vehicles.
So the first Battlefield game was 1942.
First one ever?
Yeah.
Interesting. I didn't know that.
2002. Then I guess there was an expansion called The Road to Home. And then there was another one called Secret Weapons of World War II. And then there was Battlefield Vietnam. Then Battlefield 2 Modern Combat, then Battlefield 2, then Battlefield...
Bad Company?
No, then 2142.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that one.
Then Bad Company came out.
I really like Bad Company.
But then there was a Battlefield 1943, which that might be the one that was on Xbox 360. I believe it was. Yes, that was the one on Xbox 360.
I really got to poop right now.
Okay. So they've done World War II. I don't know exactly what that entitled. The small portion I played of 43 took place in the Pacific Theater. So who knows? I'd like to see World War II. So
Me too. I'm with you there. I think they should just do it.
Okay.
Do it.
Yeah.
It'd be cool.
Well, I wonder if they are going to eventually go build back up to modern times, or are we going to stay in the past?
I'm not opposed to a modern shooter, like not futuristic at all. But just
at least
modern.
with Call of Duty, they have 3 studios working, so they can have a studio doing modern, a studio doing future, and a studio doing Old Wars.
That would be ideal for Call of Duty. Absolutely.
Yeah. So I know that if I'm in World War II, I just gotta wait 2 years, 2-3 years, I'll get my World War II game. If you're into modern, there it is. If you're into future stuff,
perfect too, because it never. I mean, I know a lot of people hate on Call of Duty, but for me personally, that would never feel stale, because every year we're getting something fresh, and by the time that third year rolls around, I'm ready for that experience again. But I will say, then again, I take back what I said about doing modern with Battlefield, because both 3 and 4 are modern. So I think it'd be a little too soon to go back to modern. Although I really do enjoy those games. I think they should definitely build upon what they've done well with Battlefield 1. Even if people are like, you're copying Call of Duty now. Like, whatever. Who
cares? Nobody, all the people buying the games aren't going to complain like that.
People will definitely, I mean, I'll definitely buy it.
Oh, yeah.
So,
for sure. I really want, and this is kind of off topic, but I really want Infinity Ward to make I'm not even going to say an Infinite Warfare 2. But I want them to just make another campaign, the same team that made this one.
You could give me any any era of war with that level of story writing and character development, I will eat that up, dude. Yeah. It was awesome.
Really, really enjoyed that campaign. I know we've said that ad nauseum on this podcast, but it's just so good.
It is. So Visceral Star Wars game, we don't have much to say about that.
2019.
That will be coming out the third movie in this new trilogy of Star Wars movies.
So based on this, no Star Wars games next year.
As of right now, no. So
when's Titanfall or
look out for
Respawn's game is coming? Like
there'll be a Lego Star Wars game next year.
You think so?
It's like there was with.
For Last Jedi, probably. Yeah,
that'll be their Star Wars game.
At least we get Battlefront later this year. I'm very excited for that. Yeah. I really, really, really hope that campaign lives up to its not really expectation, but hope for that campaign, because it looks awesome to me, and I love the idea behind it. Great characters too. Yeah, even the lady's name who's playing the main character, I always forget her name. It's like Eva Gravankar or something. But the gentleman that Jacob and I are a fan of, Arrow, he plays the police chief, or formerly the police chief in that TV show. Really good actor. And I didn't realize he's actually British. Did you know that? And he's playing one of the companions of the lead character in Star Wars. And it looks cool. I watched some of the behind the scenes stuff. So I have a high level of expectation for that. But we'll see if it pays off.
We will.
But boys, that brings us to our main topic that is practically non-existent. What did we talk about we were going to say? Just like random things that we have going on or something that we wanted. I don't even know what we were going to talk about.
Yeah, what were?
I don't remember, Garrett.
I thought we were going to save I thought we were going to save the PC stuff for the main topic or something.
Oh, we can still talk about that, I guess.
One game I didn't mention that I want to try is Counter-Strike. I really want to play Counter-Strike.
Preston and I got into that for a bit on 360.
We got into CSGO Go.
Yeah.
CSGO. CSGO. CSGO.
I really enjoyed that.
I did too.
I mean, I love competitive shooters where it's like high stakes like that constantly. That's why I love Countdown and Destiny 2. Is it doesn't feel at all like CSGO, but it's similar in the sense where you have one life to be really careful about decisions you make and where you choose to go and what to attack and defend at certain times. I love that kind of stuff.
Yeah. That game is very what's what I'm looking for? Intimidating to come into never playing first person shooters on PC to hop into Counter-Strike.
I can't even imagine.
Yeah, I highly doubt I'd get a kill in the first 10 hours playing that game. But
I'm sure there's casual playlists.
I don't know. I'm not really that interested in terms of playing it. I've
always been interested in it, but I don't know if I could ever get into it.
Yeah.
I mean, bet your boots when I get a PC, I'm going to be playing all them competitive shooters. Love them.
Yeah, I mean, I'll play someone. I'm pretty sure that I'm going to get Battlefront 2 on PC. That just kind of seems like... I mean, you played it on PC. You liked it?
It felt awesome. I liked it a lot.
Yeah, that might be one I dabble in on PC. I think I'm actually going to pick up Battlefield 1 on PC because I've yet to even play it. Mm-hmm. And that just seems like something that
sounds great, actually,
on PC. So probably those. Like I said, I want to try Fallout 4, just with a stable frame rate, and who knows how long.
Grand Theft Auto's on PC as well, isn't it?
Yeah.
5, dude, that'd be
I thought about
fun to get mods
that
with.
Too. Yeah, absolutely.
That would be my go-to game when I'm just bored and want to kill like an hour.
Yeah,
that'd be what
that
I would do.
all purely depends on how much it costs. Because, like I said, these games that I've played, I've put in tons of hours onto. Just on PlayStation and stuff. I don't really want to just play it again. I want new experiences on PC. And the initial reason that I almost bought a PC like about a year or two ago was for Black Desert. So that's at the top of my list right now. Like, I just really, really want to play that game. I've been dying to play that game. I've been dying to play that game's just character creator tool for just forever. Have y'all seen it?
Mm-hmm. Yes, I have. It's very
crazy cool, crazy in depth. Looks awesome. So I would
love to pay someone like a professional to create my exact features in a character.
That'd be
cool.
That would be awesome. So I'm just excited to do that. So who knows? I'm excited to, I guess, get on Steam and just see what's cheap and just start buying crap. That would be the way to get me to really try some of these games that I've played already. Just with higher frame rate with mouse and keyboard controls would be for them to be highly reduced in price, so I'm not paying over $30 and stuff.
If I was ever to play a game like Minecraft, it would be on PC because there's so many cool mods and stuff, but I would never play Minecraft.
Okay,
I've just never been into it, but I've seen like a lot of people make videos about different mods or just whatever people do on Minecraft on PC.
That's what I'm gonna do. I'm spend all this time like putting this thing together, sit back in the chair and just go, turn on Minecraft.
Yeah.
Finally.
Yeah. I enjoyed my time with Minecraft on 360. It was very therapeutic.
You can play it on PS4 if you want.
Well, Jacob, I'm sure some people, if they are into PC gaming at all, they're going to know what our specs are. So let me know what you got. I know you're doing AMD stuff.
Yeah, I did mostly AMD.
Okay.
But I don't remember the exact stuff. Okay. I can go back next week with my specs.
Okay. I remember a lot of my stuff. I'm doing the Intel CPU. So I got an i5, I believe 75 or 400.
Did you not end up going with
Don't you have
GTX?
all this information on your phone? You sent us a picture last night.
Oh, yeah. That wasn't the entire thing, though. Okay. And I remembered all of it. That's a graphics card. That's not the processor.
Right, I know, but I was wondering if you got a GTX.
Yeah. I got a GTX 1060 3 gig. I should have got a 6 gig that I bought it, but like I said, I'll probably upgrade to a 1080 or something eventually. I just wanted to kind of get my feet in the door. I got 2 4GB sticks of a DDR4 RAM. I got I bought a power supply. I bought a 250 gigabyte social state drive to run the operating system off of, and then I got a terabyte hard drive just for other stuff.
External or just internal? You made it sound like you got that additionally to whatever you got.
Yeah, I have a solid state drive
for a second.
Just a solid state drive and another,
cool.
and another drive. I don't really remember my motherboard. I think it's an MSI. I forgot exactly which one it was, but it's like a standard ATX size, I believe. It's not like one of the micro ones. So I think that's like everything that involves it turning on and stuff. Then got Windows 10 and stuff.
Did you get a keyboard, mouse, or monitor?
Yeah, that came with my my case, a keyboard and mouse. So that was pretty good.
What brand are they?
That's a good question, Jacob.
You don't know?
I don't remember. It got good reviews though. Like, it's not like a mechanical keyboard or whatever, but like I said, for me, just sticking my foot in the door of this, I think it's suitable. I looked up at a lot of people that kind of went off the build guide that I'm building this from, and they were talking about the games they were able to play and the performance that they were getting out of it, and it's completely suitable to what I want. I wouldn't have looked at like the minimum requirements for the games that I want to play, and my stuff is above all that. So I don't think I'm going to have any complications playing any of these things. I'm not going to go above 1080p. I'm not trying to play things in 4K and stuff. So I believe not yet. Yeah. I don't know if ever. That's pretty expensive. Yeah. But yeah, for now, that's pretty much what it is. I got a power supply too. It was like 500 watts, I think. I think it's 500 watts. But yeah, a lot. Once you actually get into the how everything works, it's really straightforward. Yeah, it's like not as intimidating.
My dad knows a lot about computers, and I would have been very intimidated had it not been for him, like walking me through like what everything does or like what I should be getting depending on what I want to be playing and stuff. So he helped a lot for sure.
Yeah, I just started reading just stuff. I mean, I was on the way to get certified in something called Comp A+, which is pretty much just knowledge of computers and how like the operating system works and stuff. So I kind of knew a little bit just from studying that about 2 years ago. Okay. So, but GameSpot actually has a building PC article, and it's written out really good, really straightforward, very layman's terms and stuff. So that helped me out a ton, just figuring out what each piece does, just in how to install. Installing everything is definitely not a big deal at all. Like it is just like, oh, you plug the graphics into here, the RAM's here, processor, click it in there, plug in the power supply. Like it's really user friendly. I think it just looks intimidating because you're like looking at a motherboard and it's like, this looks really technical and stuff, but it's really not a big deal at all. So
that's exciting.
Yeah, it is exciting. I'm very excited to get it set up and turn it on. So I got some LEDs in my case, some red LEDs. It's going to be,
I think I have red
pretty
LEDs
cool
too.
I'm going to have to change the LEDs on the back of my TV are blue.
Ooh.
But the case I have has red, so I'll have to change the LEDs on the back of my TV to red as well.
Or is your computer going to be on that desk to the side of your couch?
Yeah, I'm still debating on if I want to put it on my big TV or not until I get a monitor. Because I have a smaller, like 27-inch 1080p TV that's sitting on that desk. I don't know if you saw it when you were over, but I was just going to use that for now until I buy a monitor or whatever.
Say it was 720p?
1080p.
Oh, it's 1080.
Yeah. But I don't know. I might hook it up to my big TV. I have like this laptop desk that like flips over a chair, and I can like put mouse and keyboard on it like wherever I am in the room. So I was thinking maybe I could just play on my big TV with those. I don't know. That's something that I'll figure out once I actually have the thing or whatever. Gotcha. So who knows when I'll actually have time to build or play this thing this week, because this is the last week of the job that I'm on. So I'm sure it's going to just be chaos. So, and I'm worried that some person's going to come to my door and freaking steal these things whenever it comes in at some point.
Is Lizzie going to be there?
I don't know. Hopefully. So
I forgot to mention when we were at Battle and Brew and I started playing Overwatch, when I jumped into a match, the mouse sensitivity was so low. It was like moving a tank. I was like, what in the world? So I exited out of the game to tweak the sensitivity of the mouse. And
I didn't do that. I just played. And it was bad.
Yeah, I cranked it far more than necessary without realizing it. So I finally get back into the game, and this mouse is moving so quick. I could breathe on the mouse, and I could do like a 540.
He was trying to shoot a tracer, and it was going everywhere.
It was like insane. But I still managed to kill people. It was just I was moving so quickly that I guess they couldn't hit me because I was like zipping. I mean, I could literally just gently move my wrist, and I would have spun 3 times.
Done like a 360.
Yeah. Like, check this out, Jacob.
Could you not change the sensitivity in game?
You could, but because the first time I tried changing it in game, for some reason it didn't respawn. And I even made sure I hit like apply, and it wasn't working.
If you buy a gaming mouse, it comes with like with Razer, for example, it has like its own application, and you control the mouse from that.
Gotcha.
Yeah,
but there's also in-game settings. So I don't know how the two.
It was weird because the first time I tweaked, it might have just been again their software was having all kinds of issues. So when I first tried in game, it didn't respawn, and then after I changed the mouse settings outside of the game and went back in, and then I could tweak it inside, and it was working. So after I was way too high sensitivity, I brought it back down a bit and found a good middle ground. But I thought that was so funny, just how fast the mouse was moving. It's ridiculous. Really fun though. I can't wait to play that again.
Yeah,
it's cool.
We'll go back for sure.
Yeah, cool.
I guess we'll just jump into community questions. I mean, what else is there to say about PCs now? Other than you guys have them. It's exciting.
Hopefully,
I'll have more
a
info
headset
next week.
that I currently own will somehow work with the PC.
Yeah, see, mine does. So
it does?
I'm excited.
Okay.
I know that guy does, if I'm not mistaken.
Your nice fancy one?
Yeah, the Razer one.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's Razer.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
If not, we might have to just talk in Discord or something.
Yeah.
So
It's been done before.
absolutely.
Got my overpriced Astro headset.
Nice.
That's
It's a good headset.
I just
but
had
it's
the
a lot of money.
PlayStation Gold.
No, you need is a good chair. Did you get a good chair?
I'm
my
set up
chair's
for that.
comfortable.
Hell yeah.
I will say that even the chairs, they had chairs like the one you have at Battle and Brew.
they
Those
did.
things are super comfy, man.
Yeah.
You weren't kidding.
I like it.
I like them a lot.
That's some nice.
Now, I wouldn't want to play a
armrests.
console in that
Yeah,
chair.
it doesn't actually sit on my console or on my PlayStation and play it, and I don't feel right.
Mm-hmm. It's
I
because
have to sit at a chair or a desk with that thing for it to feel good.
Yeah, like I said, I can't have my arms restricted when I play a console game. My elbows need to be free. With those armrests, if I'm sitting like this, I can't
Well,
properly.
see, mine are so low, and you can just
Oh, that's
put them
nice.
down and get them completely
That's
out
nice.
of the way. Yeah.
I also have this weird thing where I have to sit really, really low to the ground when I play console games. And by low, I mean,
It's just because what you've always done.
I guess my legs, I know this sounds so weird, my knees need to be above my waist when I'm playing.
Wow.
Like, you know that weird gray chair I still
I
sit
hate
in?
those chairs
That
now.
sits me, even though it kills my back after a while, it sits me perfectly to play right when I play console games. But
I hear
I
you.
don't like feeling I'm sitting in a hole.
I like feeling like I'm in a hole sometimes. But yeah, community questions. Thank you so much to each and every one of you who sent us questions this week. Fear not if your question is not on this show today. We have some great ones that we received even just this past week for Ask IOG moving forward. Really awesome ones. So thank you all for doing that. And if you want to reach us for community questions, you can send them to us in one of three places. One, on our Discord channel, which can be found in the description of every single one of our videos if you've yet to join it. If you're on Spotify, iTunes, Google Play, anywhere else, you can join our Discord. We all hang out there weekly and talk about all kinds of things. Anything you can imagine. We probably talked about it at least once, but there's an Ask IOG section there. You can submit it there. You can submit questions to us via email at ItsObviousGaming@gmail.com or on Twitter at obvious_gaming. Always using the hashtag AskIOG if you want your question read on the show. Unless you're on Discord, if you're in the Ask IOG section, you don't have to worry about it. But everywhere else, always include that so we know for sure that your questions want to be read on the show.
Yep.
That being said, question number one comes from Caleb Schoen.
Hi, Caleb.
I may or may not be pronouncing that correctly, Caleb. Please forgive me if I'm not. But he says, speaking of PCs, I have a nice PC, but is it worth the investment in a PS4 for the exclusives like Horizon and God of War?
Yes.
I would say so. Absolutely.
Especially like the Slim, what is it? 300 now?
I think
Or
it's
is it 200?
200.
There's you can get not 200.
Is it
You can
not?
get some
What am I thinking?
deals
It might
where
be
it's like
$200.
250.
Yeah.
That's what I'm
They
thinking.
get it, I'm sure around like Black Friday and stuff. It'll
Like,
get
that's
down
a
to
great
250.
deal for a PS4.
Absolutely.
There's so many great games on it now, too.
Yeah.
There are. I mean, Horizon, definitely. for
Horizon,
sure.
the Uncharted,
Bloodborne.
Quadrilogy,
Mhm.
Bloodborne,
Ratchet and
Spider-Man,
Clank.
Last of Us
Never
2,
played Kingdom
Ratchet and
Hearts.
Clank.
There you go. They're all on there.
Detroit's coming.
Detroit.
And
Mainly
of course, the
a
lot
new
of great
God
games
War.
coming.
Spider-Man, Last of Us, God of War.
Mhm.
Oh yeah.
Days
never
Gone.
played
Days
Days
Gone.
Never played Last of Us. It's
Uh,
on PS4, too.
Sucker Punch's new game
Mhm.
that'll inevitably come out.
All the Uncharted's.
Yeah.
A lot of good stuff.
Definitely a reason to own one for sure.
Absolutely. Yeah, all those exclusives that we've named, even not obviously the ones we haven't played, all the ones coming to PS4, but all the ones we have played that we're big fans of for sure. We mentioned Bloodborne, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a great one. But Horizon especially, man, it's easily my game of the year so far, which we talked about a few weeks
Easily.
ago.
Ooh.
Yeah, easily. I remember saying that.
Easily.
I mean, if you compare it to like Zelda and other games, of course not easily, but in comparison to everything
are.
else, easily. But, I mean, yes, easily, yes, it is better. to me, I enjoyed it a lot more than Zelda, and I love Zelda, but I
I mean,
like Horizon
I'm not
more.
disagreeing you. I kind of feel the same way.
So,
You guys,
That's a
don't know what
discussion
you're
for another
talking
time.
about.
yes, it is totally worth it.
Yes.
And it's funny because I'm like, is it worth the investment for a PC if I have all these PS4 games? Yes, it is, which hopefully I'll be joining you guys soon. So it's interesting. We're in the opposite boat from Caleb.
Yeah.
Next one comes from Ian Scott. He says, what franchise had a game that was thoroughly disappointing compared to the others? For me, that would be Metal Gear Solid 5. I didn't like the feel of the game and the fact that the story took itself too seriously compared to previous games that I could not bring myself to even finish it. Metal Gear Solid 4 will always be my favorite.
Took itself too seriously.
Apparently,
So,
I haven't
like,
played
there's
enough
no
of the Metal
humor in
Gears
it?
to know.
Yeah.
I mean, there's definitely some humorous stuff in there. You can freaking run around in a cardboard box in that game. So
Yeah.
I couldn't take quiet seriously. That was the most ridiculous concept for a character
Dude,
I've ever seen in my life.
She
She had to breathe, dude. You
Yeah.
wanted her to suffocate.
I mean, how do any of us breathe? We have holes in
Yeah.
our shirt right now. We have to
Yeah.
breathe that way.
Yeah.
So,
I do feel restricted, though, you know.
of course you do. You're bursting out of your clothes at all moments.
She was too.
That's true.
Yeah.
With as little as she had. So the question is, what are games and series?
Yeah, here's one. Call of Duty Ghosts.
Okay.
That was
I would
disappointing for
argue
me.
that Advanced Warfare and Infinite Warfare were worse. Not Infinite Warfare's campaign, but I think those multiplayer experiences were worse than Ghost.
I don't think...
Ghost had a good campaign. That was good.
Yeah, it was okay, yeah. I wish they would have continued it, because I liked the story. Or the
It ended on a cliffhanger. Yeah.
But Infinite Warfare was good, too, the campaign.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. We kind of discussed this in Ask IOG. Typically, the games that precede other games in its franchise are
Typically
for the
better.
most part better. I mean, I said Dragon
I would say
Age
that
2,
Unity
but
was
it was still a good game.
disappointing compared to Black Flag.
Yeah,
For sure.
For once, I looked at my posters and it helped.
Halo 4, maybe? Or Halo 5?
I will say in some
say
ways,
Halo 5.
Arkham Knight was a disappointment. Arkham City.
Arkham Knight was disappointing to me. Especially all like the side villains.
Fallout 4 will never be as good as New Vegas.
Yeah.
Just kidding. Me and Preston don't believe that. Of course, I haven't played Vegas, but I
Vegas
didn't
is-
play it because
I
Preston
think-
told me it
I
wasn't
think-
as good as Fallout 3.
I think New Vegas is very overrated.
You've said that.
I do. And I'm not saying that to be edgy, because I know some people have controversial opinions for the sake of it, but I do not. New Vegas, fantastic game. It's great. I just was very underwhelmed by it. I thought the strip was insanely underwhelming. It's like not big in the slightest. I can't even remember anything else about the game. Then again, I did play that game at a point in my life when I was very depressed. So maybe that had something to do with it. So
I'm going to say something unpopular here. I
Okay.
thought, coming off of playing Witcher 3 earlier in the year, I thought Fallout 4 wasn't that great compared to
that's
Witcher
not
3.
controversial at all. That's like the cool thing to do is hate Fallout 4.
Yeah.
So
Well, I'm just saying, like, between you two, you guys love Fallout
I don't
4.
I don't disagree with you at all. I think Bethesda, I'm not the first one saying this is like a overly stated thing, but they developed Fallout 4 in like some vacuum, and Witcher 3 and surpassed them in a lot of things that an RPG should do and is expected of now that Fallout didn't quite hit on.
Mm-hmm.
So I think Fallout 4 was a little bit twitch shooter heavy. Like I felt more like a first person shooter than it did an RPG, but I still really, really enjoyed the game nonetheless.
That's a good point. I never thought about it like that.
So it was more like Fallout 3 just elaborated on. It didn't really switch up
Which
anything
did
drastically.
not disappoint me.
No, yeah, I mean that's fine.
I
I mean,
love
in the
every
settlement
moment I spent in Fallout
stuff,
4.
I wasn't the biggest fan of.
See, I loved that.
It's like you either hate
I just
or
did that for the trophy.
I loved it so much.
and that trophy was a bitch too. So
It was, man. I will say that was the most annoying trophy of all of them.
benevolent
gaming.
leader just sucked so much ass.
That was the worst by far.
But yeah, the only one I always point to is Dragon Age 2, and I still liked it. It was just, I guess, a little bit disappointing from Dragon Age 1. But yeah. In terms of the feeling of Metal Gear Solid 5, I don't know if he's talking about just the overall feel or the actual gameplay feel. So I don't see how you could be disappointed with the way the game itself feels, because it's insanely silky smooth and it plays amazingly.
Yeah, maybe it just means like the tone of it.
Yeah,
Even
maybe
like
that's what it is.
controlling boss, like if you just jerk the stick one way, he would instantly go that
Yeah,
way. Like
he
it
was-
was very like smooth. I
Yeah,
guess.
very fluid, very
Yeah,
cool to
fluid.
control.
Mhm.
Yeah, I want Splinter Cell to feel like that.
It's a dream of mine for sure.
Oh, Conviction.
Yeah.
was
I
disappointed
didn't
in
hate
Splinter
that,
Cell
but
Conviction.
you being a much bigger Splinter Cell fan than I am, I can see where that
Such
would
a
be disappointing.
drastic just turn and appeal to a broader audience, made it more focused on gunplay, and just didn't feel like a Splinter Cell game.
At least it wasn't what they originally were
Oh
developing.
yeah, running around as hobo Sam Fisher throwing boxes at people. Yeah, that I actually watched that gameplay again a couple of weeks ago. It just popped up in my recommendations, and yeah, thankfully it didn't turn out like that.
All right.
So definitely some ideas like it took place in Washington D.C. That demo that they showed, like there's still a level in D.C. But yeah. I don't know. Still waiting for that next Splinter Cell game.
You and me both. Freddie says, Hey guys, so my last IOG to you guys, I mentioned that I recently purchased a PS4, and a couple months later I smashed 2 out of 2 Platinums, Uncharted 1 and Uncharted 2. And well on the way to acquiring my 3rd Platinum, Uncharted 3. Disclaimer, I blame Preston for this. Anyways, I noticed there is a scoreboard on the main menu for how many trophies I have. 156 and a level 5. This got me curious to find out who has the most trophies in the PSN community, and after scouring the internet, it was literally the first link on Google, I found that there's a geezer called Hakum who has acquired 1,291 Platinums. WTF! I didn't even know that there was that many PS games. Here's the link. No bullshit. PSNTrophyLeaders.com. Moving on. After my long-ass intro, my question to you guys is, how many trophies do you guys have, and what is your level?
I don't even know. Yeah,
my phone's recording this, so I can't look, but you guys definitely have more than I do, I think.
I think there's a picture of that guy that has all those trophies. I don't know if it's real or not, but it's like he has the most trophies, and his face, he just looks dead. He looks like he hasn't slept in years. How do you even look up trophies? Okay, how
do you see your level?
Should be right there if you look.
I always
at
forget that
trophies.
that's a thing.
Okay,
No, it's not there.
it's not there.
No.
What the heck?
You go to profile.
Yeah, it's probably a profile.
Yeah, there it is.
Okay.
I'll go first since I'm much lower than you. I'm 13. I think we're very close in terms of our level.
Mm-hmm.
I think you have more trophies than me, but I have more platinums.
Yeah.
I have 10 platinums, 45 golds, 200 silvers, and a little over 800 bronze.
I'm level 20 with 3,434 total trophies.
Yeah, my total is 1,100, exactly.
44 platinums, 624 silver, 195 gold, and 2,571 bronze.
How many platinums?
44.
Okay. Are you able to go to my profile and be able to see anything remotely related to me?
I think I can.
I think I have 8 platinums, 9 platinums, maybe.
I haven't platinumed anything since Horizon.
My last platinum was Prey, I believe.
Mine was Batman.
Oh, no. Persona. No, that was before Prey.
Okay.
Crash Bandicoot.
I'm about to get my 10th with Season 2 of Batman from Telltale, man.
My last 3 were Final Fantasy 15, Skyrim, and Horizon. I haven't platinumed in a while.
Yeah, my last one before that was Horizon. I think Doom, possibly before that, or Ratchet and Clank, one of the two. Fallout 4.
You are level 13, Garrett.
Okay.
You have had 1499. You are literally like 1 trophy away from being level 14. 8 platinums.
Okay.
Congrats.
Thanks. Killed it.
Yes.
One of those doesn't count. Batman doesn't count. So 7.
I wish I would have started trophy hunting back in the 360 age as well, because I would
be
quite
well beyond where you are now.
Oh yeah, way beyond.
You even started a new PSN account as well.
Mm-hmm.
So
I did a clean start.
That? Sorry to interrupt. Continue.
Oh, it's fine.
But that's even impressive too, to think that in just this short amount of time with PS4, even though it's almost been 4 years now, you have 44 platinums. So
I guess
that's like 10 a year, basically.
Yeah, around.
Maybe a little more.
Yeah.
That's impressive. What were you going to say?
I was going to ask if you had seen the picture that Evan took with Tim Heidecker.
No, he took one?
Yeah.
Let's see
He
it.
went to the show the Friday.
Dude, that's amazing.
Let me see. Oh, man.
That's incredible. I'm so jealous.
Yeah, he got to hang out here. Not hung out with him. He got to hang out with him after the show. Like a little bit.
To what extent?
I think he just
out?
like ran into him when he was leaving. And he just like said hi and asked if he could have a picture. That's what happened.
I kind of want to interview him about that. That's cool.
You want to interview him?
That's one person I'd be like really, really pumped to meet is Tim Heidecker or Eric Wareheim. One of the
He
two.
said the show was really good. I hung out with him last night.
Nice.
That's cool.
That is cool.
Very game related.
Yes.
It is True Vault Hunter says, hey guys, any tips for someone starting up a gaming channel on a budget? What kind of equipment should I have?
Oh, God. It depends on what you're doing.
Yeah.
Are you doing like Let's Plays or podcasts? Or I mean, I guess the most general stuff would be get a capture card and get a mixer and a mic.
You can afford
a
really cheap interface. I mean, Behringer sells really cheap interfaces. Like the one you got was like $50, wasn't it?
Yeah, 50, 60 bucks.
Yeah, there's like a single, I mean, if you're doing it by yourself, there's like a single channel Behringer audio interface on Amazon for like $75, maybe cheaper than that.
Look at
Then like get a mic like this. I don't really like the. I don't know if they're that good or not. I've used them at like school or something. They're the like high school, the blue mics.
I don't really like those
Yeah,
either.
I think those are kind of crappy.
Now, I will say for certain scenarios, they'll get the job done. But if you really want to go for quality, I'd say it's worth investing in a nicer mic.
Yeah, like the AT2020, what I use, it's like $120. It's really good.
It's very affordable.
Yeah. Then a capture card, obviously. I guess it depends on. I don't know. We use the Elgato 60.
Elgato's good for consoles for sure.
Yeah.
I know there are other brands that people prefer on PC.
Yeah.
And there's one, if you're planning on streaming and just capturing for YouTube, there's different cards you'll want to look at because Elgato's not good at streaming. It's delayed. So.
Yeah.
I think the HD60 from Elgato is $150 if I'm not mistaken. So realistically speaking, you could get everything you would need for like about $300. If you have a decent camera on your phone and you have a decent memory on your phone, you can just use your phone as a camera. We've been using an iPhone since the beginning. I mean, we've dabbled in really
we tried a DSLR.
Yeah, we tried a DSLR once and obviously could only film for like 30 minutes at a time, so that was useless. We tried I
actually bought a camcorder for a little bit.
Yeah, and we used that for a little while.
Yeah.
We used it was either a Panasonic or a Canon something that my girlfriend had rented for a project. We used it for one video, and I forgot to color correct it, and it looked like grayscale the entire time. So, but yeah, we've used an iPhone for 99% of our videos since the beginning, so that works.
It works fine.
Of course, I'd love a really fancy camera, but we just can't afford one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, I would say around, if you want it to be fine, I'd say you probably have to spend around, I don't know, $200.
Yeah.
You got to get a capture card. Above all
maybe
else,
more
if you're
than
doing video games.
probably $300 or less.
Definitely. Yeah. Or if you're one of those people who just does gameplay and doesn't talk over it, you can just get a capture card and you're good to go.
Yeah. I say if you're going to spend the money, if you don't have the funds right now, I would say wait a little bit more or give it some more time just so you can accumulate a little bit more savings just to get something that's good.
That will last you.
Yeah, exactly. I wouldn't go like all in on like really crappy stuff just to get started. I think it'd be better to start with some comparable gear than to just buy just really cheap crappy stuff in the beginning.
And we were lucky to pretty much for the most part already have what we needed when we started. With minus the capture card. I remember for the first several Let's Plays we used the PSN capture internally. We're like, all right, guys, we only have exactly 15 minutes, so we have to knock this out as quickly as possible. We had like a timer and everything. It was death. I remember we had two cameras going at once out of fear that one would crap out. And there were a couple times where it did crap out. And the whole video, we'd be like looking at the wrong camera because the other one died. So, man, good times in the beginning. I'm horrified to go back and watch some of those videos.
I've watched them. They're bad.
Oh, dude, I don't want to see them.
They're very bad.
Chief Beef says, hey guys, hope you're doing well. Who has been your favorite NPC companion and also your overall favorite NPC in games? Pretty much any NPC in Oblivion is fantastic.
Oh, yeah.
I like the ones in Skyrim.
Yeah, any NPC in Bethesda games are typically really good.
I love Piper, Fallout 4. She's great.
I was going to say in Fallout 4, there's a lot of good ones. I loved Valentine.
Yeah.
Awesome
Valentine's
companion.
awesome. Deacon's great.
Deacon's good.
What about D-Dog?
I spent most of my time with Piper, and her and I started a relationship in the end. Oh, yeah. And then I made her stay at home base and do some gardening while me and Valentine went and had some bro adventures.
Nice.
So
Valentine was awesome, too. I liked him.
Who?
Valentine?
Valentine, yeah. We've been talking about it.
I'd come home and Piper would be like, you ready for our next adventure? I'd be like, go back to tending the bushes. Me and Valentine have some cool stuff to do.
I like there's this Irish girl named Kate or something that you...
Yeah, I ran with her for a while.
Yeah, she was pretty good. She could lockpick for you.
I had her hanging out at home base too.
Yeah, she was pretty cool. I think pretty much every Naughty Dog NPC is great.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Like from Elena
you could arguably turn this into like, what are your favorite like side characters in games, like supporting characters.
That's true. Ellie, of course. Well, actually, you play as her, so she doesn't count.
Yeah, the best taste you can get of Oblivion and Sky, or really just NPCs in general in any game, is to watch any gamer poop video. You'll fall in love with all the NPCs. That's my favorite.
Yeah, Mass Effect has some great NPCs as well. Garrus, he's great.
He is.
Yeah. Miranda.
Classic.
Yes.
Ash. Miranda. Damn it. It's a very obscure quote. Some of you may or may not know what I'm talking about.
Ashley, yeah.
That's funny.
She died.
That makes that even funnier.
Yeah. She died in like my first game.
Because you literally have to choose between those two, which one you like kind of want to have a relationship with.
Oh, no. She like threatened to shoot one of my teammates or something in the third one.
Really?
Yeah.
What was that assassin's
so cool
name in Mass Effect 2 and 3?
Thal or something.
It's a shame because he died in Mass Effect 2
He died for
me
in Mass Effect 3.
But it's weird because he still popped up in 3 for me.
Really?
Yeah, which I thought was
interesting. Did you transfer your save?
You know what I think I did? I think I transferred my appearance, but not my save, because half my crew died. Gotcha. I was like, well, I have to see them again.
Yeah.
So I kind of broke the continuity of my story.
Yeah, I remember there was like a little bit of like a controversy because of that, because they said that your progress would be able to transfer no matter what happened at the end of 2, but if everybody dies, then
like half the story is kind of
it doesn't make
wrecked.
sense. Yeah, so
I got 2, both from Bungie games, Cortana and the Ghost from Destiny.
Cortana's great.
Mm-hmm. Maybe not
Peter Dinklage or
both
Nolan North.
No, both.
Peter Dinklage.
I like Peter Dinklage more, but obviously that didn't work out.
I like Dinklage as well because he just reminds me of
that wizard came from the moon.
That wizard came from the moon.
Classic, man. I love. I was just in my mind. We were talking about. I lost it, dude. It was so, Arbiter from Halo. I love Arbiter. So good.
Yeah.
Word so easy.
Yeah, we know.
Yeah. It's a great one. Can we think of any more? I'm sure we can talk about this for hours.
Yeah,
BT from Titanfall 2 was awesome. Technically, he's playable though because you can get in him.
Yeah.
Frosty Shake says, "This is the last one. What's up, guys?
Hi.
What can we do as a community to help you guys? For instance, should we keep podcast-related comments on YouTube instead of Discord, coordinate a review day, and bombard iTunes and Google reviews, or have them trickle in one after another consistently? Let us know if you think of anything, because I think I speak for everyone when I say we appreciate all the hard work and the content you bring us. I'd like to help you advance your channel. Love, Frosty."
That's very nice.
It's very nice, Frosty. I appreciate it.
Thank you for the comment.
Yes.
Thank you. What can everyone do to help us, you think? I think our biggest thing is just exposure, because
it's like the minimal thing that people can do is just continue to watch our content, obviously.
Yeah, definitely.
And if you want to have discussions about it, I mean, we love using the Discord channel, but I believe the more comments we get on a video, I think that has something to do with an algorithm, because
it does,
it's making the video look like it has more.
Yeah, literally every single thing you can do on YouTube affects everything. Likes, comments, shares, obviously.
Yeah. Sharing would be big if you can share our videos.
And I'll be the first to admit, sharing just anyone's content isn't easy, because it's not like you can just go up to some random person and be like, hey, check this out. I mean, I don't do that. I mean, there's countless channels I love and want to support, but I don't just go out of my way to like share them with people.
Yeah.
But of course, if it's one of you guys or like one of my friends who I haven't told about something that I think is cool, I'll tell you. So I get that that's not
Sometimes
easy.
I share on social media. That's more of what I meant.
Yeah. So, I mean, anyone you're able to share it with would be cool. Of course, comments always help. And even if you don't want to watch any Let's Play, I get that completely, because we make a ton of Let's Plays, but I don't even watch a whole lot of Let's Plays personally, but we make them anyway for some reason. But even if you pop into a video to not just necessarily watch the whole thing, but even if you just like it and just dip out, that still helps, and we appreciate that as well. You may do that already, and we appreciate it.
Yeah.
But, I mean, of course, going forward, there's all kinds of different things we could do with the channel, but it all depends on the growth and expansion, because obviously we have to live lives outside of YouTube as well, because this isn't like we don't make anything off of it whatsoever, and that's never been our intent either. But if we were to go all in on ItsObviousGaming and make it much more than it is, it would all be determined on how much time we can spend on it versus having to go to work and support, whether it be ourselves or Preston's case, a wife now and a home and everything. So it's very hard to really expand upon where we're currently at unless we have the help of you all, which has already been fantastic. I mean, literally every week you guys support us.
It still like surprises me how far we've come.
I know, yeah. I mean, from literally nothing to where we are, even though it has been 2.5 years, is still, I'm proud of us for sticking with it. It's been a ton of fun, and we can't thank you guys just for the what you already do for us is awesome. And just the simple act of talking to us on Discord and everything every day has been humbling, so we appreciate it. But yeah, just sharing anytime when it makes sense. Like, I'm not by any means I'm like share everywhere whenever you can. No, you do not have to do that. I would never ask anyone to do that. Whenever you see an opportunity to share, like, oh, this podcast, these 3 idiots talk about Taco Bell for half an hour before they talk about video games on their podcast. stuff like that, or even if you just pop into a video to like it and go about your day, that's cool. And iTunes reviews really are the biggest thing, I think. Even if you're listening anywhere else, like we mentioned, iTunes is the quickest way to grow, I believe, especially if you land on New and Noteworthy, because that's when your podcast is revealed to the masses. Because New and Noteworthy, when you go to the podcast section of iTunes, is the first thing you see. It's at the top of the page. So, and it's funny because it just makes no sense to me, because I've read so many different articles about how that works, and people are like, a lot of reviews, a lot of subscriptions, blah, blah, blah. But I've gone to New and Noteworthy where someone will have 7 reviews and like 5 or 6 ratings, and they're on New and Noteworthy. Maybe it's like a political thing, like iTunes can pick and choose who they put on there.
Right, I'm sure.
I don't know, but
it's like the YouTube trending is a bunch of bullcrap too.
Right, yeah, so it's probably a similar situation on iTunes. But yeah, iTunes is a huge help whenever you guys give us reviews. Not only are half of them hilarious, the more creative you get. We really want to do this thing where we like read the creative reviews and funny ones, because we have read some hilarious stuff, and even like the very kind ones we appreciate too. But if you want to just have fun with a review, by all means just go for it, and we'll start sharing them, because I think it's a lot of fun.
Absolutely.
But yeah,
I think for the most part, just you guys watching our content and continuing to communicate with each other over Discord and the YouTube comments is really all we can ask for. And if you haven't, done the things that that we mention every week, we would still really appreciate if you do. So subscribe to us on our YouTube channel, follow us on all social media. Like Garrett said, share us with your friends. If you have any close friends that are into gaming, have the same interests, if you could, let them know about us. We'd be greatly appreciative of that. So
certainly.
But guys, I think that'll do it for this podcast. Unless there's anything else. And
I feel bad that we didn't have like a really solid main topic. There was just nothing newsworthy worth talking about as a main topic. So
maybe next week we'll get a big bombshell.
I mean, all these games coming out, it's just it's going to be way easier.
Good to go. So. But that was a good outro. Just pretty much everything we just stated right there is typically what I say to end.
Right.
So, but yeah, this was episode 112 of the ItsObviousGaming podcast, and we so any of you that listened through the entirety of this thing,
welcome to the end.
Yeah, welcome to the
special.
end. Yeah, we appreciate you listening.
Have you
to
checked
us.
iTunes reviews today, Jacob?
Yes, we have. We haven't had one since July 10th.
Okay, that's all right.
If you want to get technical, which we just did.
Wow,
we did.
But yeah, thanks for listening to this podcast. We really appreciate it. And gentlemen, I absolutely adored seeing both of you. It's been a while.
I enjoyed sharing a meal with you.
It was good.
I'm still so thankful, Preston, that after all this time, you still take the time to come all the way out here nearly every weekend and do this.
Yeah,
I know we appreciate it, but I'm sure everyone else tuning in when you're actually here really appreciates it.
I know I if I have to do the stream, and that's what I have to do. But
I'm glad we have that option.
That is a very
it is a great option, but I
B.
feel like it's way better if I'm here. We're able to just play off each other a lot better, and I just feel like
I can touch you like this
exactly
when I want to.
It's just a better quality, I believe. But yeah, I feel like that's all I have to say about that. Forrest Gump.
Okay, we can all hold hands and literally sing Kumbaya as the outro if you'd like. You ready? Kumbaya, kumbaya. Is that how it goes?
Yeah, it's the only word.
You're going to tell us to sing a song you don't even know?
I know it's just kumbaya the whole. It's like the easiest.
You're supposed to lead us through the song, and you
kumbaya,
don't know the song.
kumbaya.
I don't know if that's it, but
I have no idea.
All right, it's been great, guys.
It has been.
Once again, thank you so much for listening.
Certainly.
We'll see you guys next week.
Goodbye, everyone.
Have a fantastic week.
Me and Jacob will see you on
a better week than
computer
Jacob
PC Master Race.
PC Master Race.
Yeah, cool.
We're gonna put a video of us sacrificing our PS4 to the PC gods.
#fanboys.
Yes.
I hate you guys.
Bye.